Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Nwakita stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazia sume sumwe kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Nwakita, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Time a creative expression and tribute Mazinamdi Kanu's situation is complex and the song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice. In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazinamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi Esume Sumwe Kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazinamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Is a creative expression and tribute Mazinamdi Kanu's situation is complex and the song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Ezumezu Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please endeavor to welcome others. It's very important. Today we are live. Today is 29 June 2025. We are live on air. And we are live with two powerful IPOB principal officers all the way from America. The regional coordinator Mazi Ichie Ezoku is live on air. And Mazi Emeka Iwagu, the national PRO, United States of America. We are live today to pass a message, to celebrate our victory from all the way from Kenya. It is wonderful. Without wasting much of our time, I need to welcome Mazi Ichie Ezoku. No? Mazi, you are welcome to the program. Mazi, your voice is not coming out. Your voice.
Oh, sorry, I was muted before. Ndeo, my
Yeah,
brother.
you are
I
welcome.
guess I'm coming out very fine now.
Yes, you are welcome to the
I
program.
greet you, my brother, and I
You're
greet
welcome.
every Biafrans. Um, I say good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you're domiciled. Ndeo, no.
Yeah.
Today will be a very great day. You can see as I'm smiling, and his Mezu's face is smiling too. So we thank God for everything. Ndeo, no. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
They were mad. Let's welcome the national PRO war in America, no? National. National Mazi Emeka Iwabu. Mazi, you are welcome, sir. You are welcome.
Ndewo sir, Maazị.
You are
Ekene
welcome.
m unu.
Yeah.
Maazị Lalie,
Yeah.
udo dị. Ekene m gị.
Lalie, ndewo.
Ekene m unu. Yeah, today is a wonderful day.
Yeah.
I've been monitoring this and I've been watching it, and so many people who kept silent are talking, and so many things are coming up. Maazị Ichie, I hope you guys are getting ready.
Yes, my brother.
Because it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
we are. We are.
I hope you guys are getting ready because it's gonna happen. I warned you.
Yeah,
I
of
told
course.
you.
Of course, it's gonna happen as well.
Yeah, we are in Texas, and questions are coming up. Everything is happening, and is it true that when it's going to be released before the 17th? I don't know. I said, why not call Abuja and ask them? Bova, call Kenya. Do you want to know if it's true in Kenya? Call Kenya.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ọ na ha edeba ka ekele
Gịnị?
ịghọtago ọ na-edeba
Na
ndị na-ekwero before na-ekweta now.
Mmiri orucha ụzọ. They are looking both sides of their ear. Mamili ozuego. So I don't know. Go out there and see if the sky is still blue. Mamulu nelu all along Mozoego, I don't know. But the only thing is I'm very close to my house. Ozobe mbaino. Rapuzie uno na kwolo there.
Ndoya ama ndoya ama.
That's it. So that's the situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to this program. It's going to be a wonderful day. And those who have not signed up for the program, please come in. Because we know there's going to be some contributions, some questions, and we are prepared to answer those questions. Maazị Ichie is here. Nwekwensu, Nonochie. We are all here. And it's going to be a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Mazi, you are welcome. You are welcome, Mazi. So, Biafrans, as you can see, we have no leadership in IPOB. That one, the leadership. No. The only leadership we have is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What you see here, they are high principal officer.
Only one. Only one.
Only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leadership. Is the leader.
The supreme leader. One. Just one.
When Uchemefo was there, we call them leadership.
Nobody else.
Yeah, when Uchemefo was there, you can call them leadership. You know? But now there's no Uchemefo, there's no deputy. Only one.
One leader.
One leader. I am only leadership.
Supreme leader.
Yeah. From DOS.
Ma ndị na-eko na-agba na fa nọ na 5-star hotel. Ala na-agbagbu sifa. Ego anyị ka eji eme 5-star hotel, but ọ bụ na onye ndu na-achọ the cheapest hotel to stay in. Ndị ala si na ọpụpa nọ na 5-star hotel. Ala ya agbagbu sifa n'okwu.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah. So as you can see, from DOX to the unit coordinator, what we have is principal officers. This is where onion structure is in IPOB. So when we are talking about leadership, one the IPOB family are talking about, on another movement we are talking about, not in IPOB leadership. Today, as you said, it's going to be hot with Ezoku Chineke. We told them, this is not 2021. This is not 2021. All the propaganda, all the lies. Today, again, lies don't last test of time. Lies don't last test of time. But no. So today we are all happy. You can see my face smiling. Mazi Che, the regional coordinator, is smiling. The national PLO is smiling. You know, because Ugo, the golden ambabu. You know, and let me repeat it back. Let me repeat it here again. You know, underground, because no that underground now, you know. In a fence, because still the on that fence.
No, fence.
Anywhere you are, please maintain there until only this come out, please. And my own. Edim Chineke ayun. ebe ọbụla ị nọ kwụọ nye mkpụrụ amụgụ na nọrọ ya. Ọ dị very important. So Mazi, the regional coordinator, no? First of all, I think I need, we all heard about the great news from all the way from Kenya. But
Yes.
Cause we're the man, it will tapping along nkịta ezuki ya. So we're not like to so I think it's very important that we let me see. Yeah. So let's share this news. It's very important. So we need to share the news so before we start talking. This is from Prince Meme. Prince Meme Facebook handle.
T21 arrest and transfer of its leader. After a Kenyan High Court ruled that the 2021 arrest and transfer of its leader, the Kenyan High Court ruled that the 2021 arrest and transfer of its leader, Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria, was illegal and unconstitutional. The landmark judgment delivered on June 24th by Justice E.C. Nwakita found that Kanu was abducted, detained without communication, tortured, and flown to Nigeria without due legal process, violating both Kenyan constitutional rights and international law. The court awarded Kanu 10 million Kenyan shillings, about 86 million naira, in damages. Ipob have since described the ruling as a judicial earthquake, accusing both the Nigerian and Kenyan governments of a state-sponsored act of international terrorism. In its statement, Ipob thanked Kenyan activist lawyer PLO Lumumba and called the verdict a stain on the legacies of former President Uhuru Kenyatta and Muhammadu Buhari. The group now plans a global legal push for justice. The news is coming to you live, and you can also watch us on our social media platforms. Still to come, Dangote reaffirms commitment to list fertilizer company on NGX. And in the international news, DR Congo and Rwanda sign long-awaited peace deal in Washington. And in sports, Super.
So, this is the news, the great news. This is the great news, from Kenya. But before we proceed, we have to recognize our people that are here. Our golden voice, the barrister Ikechukwu, barrister Ainekenego. And barrister, I like maybe when we are going, maybe you can call in and give us a little in-depth analysis on what happened in Kenya, because you're a barrister. Hey, I go phone and the so I can go ndị ọzọ na this program ndewo nke onye Chinasa Maazị Ichie. If the news don't play now, Maazị Ichie, what do you have to say?
I mean, it has been a roller coaster right from time, Monday say to me before Nekuponoku, I like Kuponoki he playing this in a World Court case I went. Before new anything.
Okay.
When I banana, so can I you could go do for a game, make do it to go to bomb guy first.
Okay.
Mazichi, before J there, always something. Amaramo is amazing.
Yeah.
If you can connect Mwawana Guinea, they can have fear. Can I Ejofo? Attorney Ejofo?
Yeah. The most trusted.
The most trusted, yes.
Okay.
The most trusted.
Yes. But on there, when they say that there's no case in Kenya.
Onye so we onye ka ndị esi anya go play
Yes.
ka ndị be anyị niile nụ Biafrans nnukwu ife onye anyị kwu before I tackle baza this
Yes, ndị na-eje ezigbo
situation
ozi.
we have on the floor. Yes.
But ejimakọ bụ ndị a na-ezi ozi iberibe ha aga. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Get there.
Maazị ọkpọ egwu anụ
Conclude.
the notion na anụ m ka ị na-ebe na ntị m dị. No? So Biafrans, this is Maazị Ezumezu nwa ekwensu. Ibe anyị na-agwa ụnụ ebe a bụ na eziokwu Chineke. And like I said, anyị bụ nkenke mmadụ na-achọ igwe enyi ọsọ. No? We don't stand where every multitude nọ, ebe eziokwu nọ. On this platform ka anyị na-agwa unu eziokwu. And all the time, a na-asị unu, ifkwa ndị Amerịka anụnwa, ifkwa IPOB Amerịka, anyị ga-ebu ekele ba mbọsị eke, mbọsị onye, mbọsị afọ, mbọsị nkwọ. Because when Chika Paul Edozie make element gate, Chinasa Nwakita, ọ sị na agba anyị ajọ mmụọ, 21 bottle. Chukwudo form. Oge anwa na-ezo dịka mmiri. These men stand that they will defend every single instruction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they will defend IP code of conduct. Oge ọ na-ezo from 2021 to 2022, ọ dịka ọma agbacha, ọkwa ọgbachawago mmiri akwa ezoche ọkwa onye ọbụla na-anụ ụdị ya. Now we have to remind Biafrans from Chinasa Nwakita on Radio Biafra, where he told you guys that there was no case in Kenya. No, you know, because on this platform, they play the show. Although that the thief doctor. I have no. So I now go and school the evidence. So Biafrans, I want you guys to listen to Chinasa Nwakita, what he said. And then you guys are so happy. GOC, Agune Chemba, and Tuyafa. We don't hear, but like I said, I'm not a broadcaster. But I want you guys to listen to Chinasa Nwakita. Just hold on a minute. Just, I have to. Yeah, but just hold on. No? This stream here, I think I need to change it. I'll go back to this stream because I don't know why it's taking long to download. Is it doing a laptop already? Just hold on. Oh, the guy didn't a laptop, but this stream, their system is taking long to get it done, but just few minutes, just
In the case of Kanu, frankly speaking, the
no,
charges
we are
can
coming.
hardly
Just
be proved. One of the crimes is sedition. Sedition was pronounced illegal and unconstitutional in 1983 in the case of Arthur Nwankwo and the state. So I don't know, I mean, I can't see how some of those charges will stand in law. So the choice before the government is to have this matter resolved politically.
Mazindewo, thank you, and good evening from here. This is Barrister Ikechukwu Onoha. Mazi, I think what Rebadu is doing is totally, unlawful and illegal and uncalled for. It is called media trial. Seeing the fact that Mazi Namdekano, the case he's facing is, the federal government of Nigeria versus Mazi Namdekano, as the accused person. And it cannot be said that the federal government is going around in the media instead of giving the honorable courts the opportunity and chance to do the needful. They are doing trial by media. It is not allowed. It is unlawful. However, having said that, whatever Ribadu is saying outside the courthouse is immaterial, is irrelevant, and no presiding officer will take that into consideration. The only thing that the presiding officer will take into consideration is what is being said in the court of law, what is being tested. If you present evidence, of course, it needs to be tested. And he who alleges must be able to substantiate that which they are alleging. You cannot just go to the media and say something, and then it will have a bearing in the proceedings. Not at all. That is what we call hearsay. It is a hearsay evidence, and of course cannot be used in a court of law. So if I were you, Mazi, I would not be worried because, like I said, he is wasting his breath and his time. As a matter of fact, IPOB can sue him civilly. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can sue him civilly for defamation of character, defamation of an organization called the Indigenous People of Biafra, as well as the defamation of personality and character of the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in terms of the ongoing proceeding, it is futile. He's wasting his breath because whatever he is saying, let him come to court as a witness and say it. And when he does that in court, of course, there will be cross-examination in order for, the accused to test the so-called allegation or evidence. And then, of course, the magistrate, rather the judge, I beg your pardon, will decide if such allegation is credible, if there is a meat in it, of course, to use to convict the accused person. But as it stands now, it is a futile, exercise. And of course, like I said, hearsay evidence. And such is not usable, it's not allowable in a criminal proceeding. There will Barrister Ikechukwu Onoha. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, now we are done. We have it. So, Biafrans, I want you guys to listen
bringing
to
a lawyer to my insight because it all circles around him. And there is no way we can explain these things bringing a lawyer to my insight because it all circles around him. And there is no way we can explain these things when he brought the message to the public. For a very long time. And I can tell you, only to have even asked them to institute a case against Eberima in Finland over using his name for more than 1 year ago. But I don't know how they have been maneuvering it in Tonian until he loses patience. Let me make it very clear. When there is a breakdown in communication, there are people you see, they don't want to communicate with you because they have their own plans. They have what they want to do. Ejimako does not like to work with any member of the GOS. Nobody in the GOS, the frontline GOS people that I know, who communicates with Ejimako because of certain reasons. It's not because of yesterday or because of the day before yesterday. Everybody knew when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Kenya. The IPOB, at that particular moment, I can inform my fellow DOS member what is happening, or maybe what Barrister Joko said, or what Barrister Jimako said. At a point, some of them feel like as if there was something, maybe I'm not explaining things to them very well. I feel in that way. Some say, why can't I say? These lawyers they are there in the social media. We can bring them among the DOS to speak to them, to understand how they are moving, how they are handling Onyendu case. And everybody accepted. Some of the DOS members who are always worried of what was happening in the social media. Everybody, aside of all of them, everybody, we said, can we speak to this lawyer? Because I'm hopeful we brought in Barrister Joko. We brought in Barrister Lawyer Jimako. We want them to brief us, to understand this case, because many things we hear on social media, they come out, they make, that time they come out, a Lawyer Jimako will write his own visit, Prince Kano will write his own, Kalanta will write his own, Joko will write his own. Everybody come out and, I met this person today, like there is confusion everywhere. I don't forget that day when we call it Jimako. We want to understand issue in Kenya, everything. Why is all this confusion? Ejiofor was there speaking to us. When we want to speak to our lawyer, our lawyer said, did we call him to interrogate him? We summoned him. We summoned him? He took the telephone to say that the DOS summoned him. This is our first conversation with him. We let him know we are not summoning you. We want to understand what is happening, what is going to happen in the public. I can bet you people, when he handed over that telephone to Fine Boy to speak, he is the lawyer. We want to hear from him. He handed over that telephone to Fine Boy, and the leadership removed, cut that line off, because we don't want to speak to Fine Boy. He's not the lawyer. That was the first sign. We decided, we said, okay, everybody, this is the number of Ejimako. If you want to get any information from him, you can do that. So that whatever he tells you, whatever he tells me, we can be able to understand what is happening. Some were communicating him, but their communication were not efficient enough. They are not getting the sense. Some of them feel tired, but I continue because I know all them more danger. Somebody must be there. We can't keep everybody far, irrespective of anything. Ask him. I continue communicating. Along the line, when the case in Kenya was rolling up, because if you come outside and talk about us, we have to come and explain to the public. Unless you don't want us to talk about what we know with you, then stop blackmailing us. Stop thinking we are not stupid. We know we are the leaders of this movement. We keep a lot of things in our hearts that is not meant for the public. But if you want to use it to blackmail us, to make us look like stupid, we will tell the Biafrans what we know. And the Biafrans will be the judge. At this particular point, that was in September, when they filed a case in Kenya. If everybody can understand, that was in September, in December. Anytime Onyendu is going to court, you will see Sahara reporters and all the newspapers, technically in Kenya. Technically in Kenya. I saw this report 3 times when I said, what is happening? This technically in Kenya. I went to see the same message. It was just like they are recycling the message. I took it upon myself. I called Ejimaka. I said, Alistair, can we stop whining our people? I said, can we stop whining our people with this Onyendu technically in Kenya anytime they go to court? And I made it very clear for him. I said,
Hello, Biafrans. Please, I want you to share this program. I think we have 21 people now Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we have 7 people from Ando, 5 people from Mazes Mezunwe Quinsu, and 8 people from YouTube. We can do more. Share this program. Even Abu never raised up Chineke. This Chinasa Nwakita statement was 2023. We have all the record. 2023. Onye kare wufute ya today. Kunu jintunu weanu. Kunu malo. Those who are working with Mazin Nankano and those who are against our Mazin Nankano. Or do you think it's easy 2023 to bring this voice out? Take all the media. How many people wofted the voice? So share this program. I know Chinasa Nwakita is here already. Let's continue listening to him. It's very important.
Esther, I have sent somebody to Kenya. I told him. I said, I have sent, and I sent somebody to Kenya. I told him, I know everything. I know what happened. I said, I know. Even the person lost his life on that mission. There is also another IPOB member. I'm not going to mention his name. He flew into Kenya also. Because we want to know. We know everything. Please stop every mistake, everything that has happened. Me, Chinasa, I know, I have found out. And we keep it until Onyendu is released. It is not for the public. I told him, Barrister, can we stop whining our people Onyendu? I told him, can we focus on the case and stop? And I said, you guys are doing nothing. And I told him clearly, I said, go and tell Onyendu that this nonsense they are talking in Kenya, nothing is happening in Kenya. Everything that has happened, me, Chinasa, I know, I have found out. And we keep it until Onyendu is released. It is not for the public. I told him, Barrister, can we stop whining our people Onyendu? I told him, can we focus on the case and stop? And I said, you guys are doing nothing. And I told him clearly, I said, go and tell Onyendu that this nonsense they are talking in Kenya, nothing is happening in Kenya. I told him, forget this small thing, these things they make. At a point, Barrister Geoffrey, there was somebody on the even I think it was Maxwell, they want him to go to Kenya to go and follow the case. They refused. The people said that the people that when they were making all those rigmarole things, I found out that was when on my own I flew in somebody to Kenya. And everything I want to know, I know it. It's not, we are not talking on social media. We are not coming here to talk. And at the end of the day, I told Ejimako, tell Onyendu, nothing is happening in Kenya. And I told Ejimako, let's stop using, and I asked him the rationale that this man in UK is the one who found you a lawyer in Kenya. It's like a British finding you a lawyer in Nigeria. I told him we are Africans. I told him I know Kenya very well. Onyendu knows. I told him, I said, you guys should stop playing with the minds of our people. I'm not going to go far than this because if I go far on the other side, it will not be fine. And I will stop there. But I told him, he told me it's true. He went in and told Onyendu what I said. Onyendu said, what I said is bad. And at the point, I told them, other people said, let us focus. Onyendu is in Nigeria. We have made move in Kenya. They said, people got the GOS got a lawyer. If people don't know, people are talking, the GOS, we got an international lawyer in Kenya. After making a move, all we did, we said, okay, said Onyendu is in Nigeria, let's focus in Nigeria. If Onyendu comes out, if we need to do anything in Kenya, we will switch to that side. But for now, Onyendu is in Nigeria, let's put our energy in Nigeria. Along this line, Ejimako has not been very cooperative anytime we ask him questions. Ask any DOS member. When you ask him something, he said you are questioning him. You do him this, you do he. But for me, I don't care when he do. Also, I raise my voice. When he want to do that, I will raise my voice. And at a certain time, I told him, I said, Barrister, you are a lawyer for IPOB and Mazen Nandekano. You are not an IPOB member. I can tell you till tomorrow. If somebody like even a state coordinator, a zonal coordinator of IPOB comes someplace with you, that person should be talking. When that person is talking, allow him to speak because he is an IPOB member. Your duty is to correct him whenever there is any legal implications in what he is saying. You can step in and correct him, but you don't speak. You can be special counsel to Mazen Nandekano. We don't have problem with that. If Mazen Nandekano sent you somewhere, go for that. But don't speak for IPOB. I have reasons, and we know the reasons why. I'm not going to say some of it because respect is a reciprocal, but we need to. I got covered all code today. As some of them have all code today, yala. This is how. Ask any DOS member. Is it anybody in good communication with Aloy Ejimako than me? Nobody. But at the time, I saw what is happening. Every one of you knows what Mrs. Bridget, Madam Meba.
So here I can end it. And therefore, as you can see, we are not editing. We just got a full-length message from Chinasa and Nwakita in 2023. I don't like court video able to lie. I want you guys to follow, to follow the trend. Now, the same Chinasa and Nwakita, remember, there was a time you told us that Aloy Ejimako is not an IPOB lawyer. But here, he called Aloy Ejimako IPOB lawyer.
In fact, in this, he said that Aloy Ejimako is a special counsel to Onyendu, and as well IPOB lawyer.
Yeah, So
then all of a sudden now he switched again that Aloy is not an IPOB member. That is just if he wants to be a special counsel to Onyendu, that he should be a special counsel to Onyendu. That was what he said.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So Maz, just take the microphone. Go.
Okay. So our lying Chinasa said that they got international lawyer. So international lawyer they got to go to Kenya. So after the international lawyer, what did the international lawyer do? But before we start this this particular topic, I will have to give honor to who honor is due, or the people the honor is due. I like to say thank you to Mazi Prince Canon Takano. And I would like to say thank you to Fine Boy, Prince Emmanuel. And I would like to give the highest respect to a very, very great woman, Madam Nenaya Anya. She's a very great woman. She has been so worried for Onyendu. And at the end of the day, she stood her ground because she didn't allow these criminals to take over the accounts she's running. They called her so many names, but she stood her ground. Today, she's reaping the fruit of her labor. Madam, I thank you. And I will equally thank every IPOB 1%ers, 5%, in the code of conduct I thank you guys for standing. Most especially, I thank IPOB USA or Nwaka. IPOB USA under the leadership of Mazen Nandekano, not under any leadership. IPOB that stood their ground. They said that this thing that these guys are planning will never happen to Onyendu. I greet every member of IPOB, which Mazin Didi, Aworum, and every other, all the sisters we have in the house that is always praying for Mazin. And all our brothers, I can't mention everybody's name. I just thank you guys for standing with Onyendu. What will need something, whatever, whenever he needs anything, that you guys will rise up to the occasion. I thank you guys. It's because of you that we're here. And because you know that we're telling you the truth, that's why you hang on. And today, as you can see. So let me go back to the crazy idiot that was speaking. He said that Nafahara international lawyer.
Maz, please,
Yeah.
Maz, please, you know. Chinonso Obiola, you know. I'm what idea platform on ye bata. And Kebo, I'm my block right now. You know, you will that clean that for criminals. Would you let those people? Chinasa Nwakita, Chika Paul Doziem, all them, they are the criminals, not only for here. So right now, one in a blocking. Eh? Mazi Chief, go continue.
Left for me alone. You would have probably left him alone and let him. At the end of the day, he will learn. Imana, our people, the very gullible. For the very gullible. These guys, they did their homework very well. They tried as much as possible, caused confusion within Mazi and Uchemefo. Then Uchemefo is let go before Maria set Mazi up, and Mazi was captured. But Kaba, story for another day. So, international lawyer Okbo, Amanaya Akuniago, Ebeka Fasu Yomete Ego Fasu Yezu. All Kaiwa is not international lawyer, but on one the international lawyer. At least if you called an international lawyer, there's a procedure to everything. And nobody knows the name of that international lawyer till today, unless my HN if I in the name of that international lawyer. And we find out, well, we do our investigation to find out if they really did what they said they did. But I know it's a lie. I mean, the guy is a liar, a full-time liar. So abroad, Tata is not today's job. He has been lying all this while throughout this journey. This guy has been lying. So they called Madanaya names, said that we're not having anything like court case in Kenya. But I have gone Tata. Now we have court case in Kenya, and that court case has been blown out of proportion. That's blown everywhere now, and everybody knows. And the case has been won. There is no more case in Kenya because they now know, even if the blind can now know that there is a case and that we've won in Kenya. And not that we won that case, we have a reputable professor of law that handled the case. All thanks to wiseness of Mazi Kanonta. There was some certain things that happened and there was certain changes that was made. because he knew maybe probably one thing or the other was trying to happen. But he did the right thing, and today we're enjoying it. We're enjoying it. I'm happy. I believe every one of us is happy. And that will set a precedent to the case that is coming up. Because I mean, the judge himself will he wouldn't want to dent his name, and he has said this right from time that he doesn't want to dent his name. So right now he's going to stand and do the needful. Abro church anymore, man. This time is action, and hopefully, and the right thing will be done. And once the right thing is done, we get our union back. So, like Mazi Emeka said, that non offense, fan of offense. Those that said that until Onyendu comes out, that's when they will now start contributing. No problem. Let them continue. So let me leave it here. Then let Mazi Emeka contribute stuff. Ndeo.
Yeah, there we go. So Biafrans, you see, even I won't about ways of Chineke. You see, they always tell you guys, if you want you bullet go IPOB, yeah. Now I ask you people, the court case in UK, who take care of it? Madam Neniaya. The court case in Kenya.
Oh, but Mazi, please, now you take a word
Okay.
away from your mouth. That court case in UK that they were shouting that we lost. You see, these people are very stupid, Vamari. And I believe that most of them did not even follow the court case. If they had followed the court case, they would have known what happened there. It came to a certain extent. Their attorney general that was handling the case was telling the judge, no, a matter of national security. The lady that was handling our own job was asking them, it was there, we were watching it live when the thing was happening. And the lady was asking them, what do you mean by national security? But you know what it means. Abia, Agwamade, no national security. Everybody backs out. Ibu Jojo, Ibu Onyeo, once I see no matter of national security, they back out. That is what happened to that case. It's not that we lost that case outrightly. No, we did not. But because now they invoked national security, that was why they gave the verdict in that verdict. It's not that we lost that case. So they did not call you nonsense, and they were not there. That's the problem. You don't watch things, you don't follow up, and you expect to know what is going on. And some idiots up there, that is the problem. Because you are not following up. If you're following up, you would have noticed it. You would have known that, oh, what do they mean by national security? So, when they say matter of national security, you know it's harmful to their own existence. Since that thing is harmful to their existence, they will not want to go further with it. That was it. So, go ahead, my brother. I just want to clarify this.
Yeah, Maz, thank you for more in-depth analysis on this UK court case. The people did not know, and they did not know people that involved in that case. Former minister, prime ministers of UK, they're involved in that case. So, but the fact, what I'm trying to say that those who are bullying Madam Nenianya, IPO head of finance, she's the one that take care of that case. Take care of the case in Kenya. The case in Kenya, you guys know the lawyer, a professor, Patrick Mulumba, you may go, Now, Chinasa one that I said that they have the international lawyer. How far? Ko keke ka cha me ke butia. What's the result? Even what I about get the guy the outcome of the law on Kenya. Not all this is lies upon lie to deceive Biafrans, to deceive Guma who gullible Biafrans. Ndị jụfụrụ ọrụ enwe aka.
When you ego.
We stand by Mazin Nandikan, every word of Mazin Nandikan, we stand by it. And we defend that people code of conduct. Kampule Eba Mazin National. I have been Obibu.
Mazin there one.
Yeah.
Nagbakọ dị siri na-ewepụ nagbakọ na-ewepụ a na-ekwu ihe a ọkụ a na-acha m n'isi. Going back to what Ichie said, Ichie, you know that when these people, Ijidefa, ọ dị ka onye abanye n'obi ya nwụchie ya di ya, ọ sị gị n'ihe abụkwa national security. Ọkwa ngị si ebe abụọ because atụghị ngwugwu a arụrụmanị nna nna ha nụrụ will be exposed. That's exactly what that meant. Biafra issue came up. Nnamdi Kanu, who is a British citizen, is kidnapped and languishing somewhere. And ekwu ndị so kpaa nkata sị na ihe akwa national security. That one is a key word to get yourself out of this. And let us seal it the way we want to seal it. Kandi Mary here, since it's not that bad now, but let us find a way to redeem this thing. Having said that, Mazi, this your guy, Chinasa Nwakita, called Nwatoro.
Oh, your guy, no bro, my guy. Bro, my guy at all. Onye ọbụla dị against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they against Ifeanyi, he's never my guy.
Look,
you know better now. You know better now. Fabian meeting. You know better.
That guy. One thing that baffled me in this thing, but that he called Aloy Ejimako Ibariamba more. He make a remark about what he saw in Sahara Reporter. Why is it that whenever any news case come up, they keep commenting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is virtually in Kenya? He was fighting Sahara Reporter, calling Ejimako to ask him why they allow such a thing to happen in the first place. What makes him think that Ejimako will stop such a writing from Sahara Reporter? One. And then two, he displays a compounded ignorance of what Sahara Reporter was talking about. He didn't understand it, has no knowledge of the whole thing. Sahara Reporter summarized a whole lot of things in that statement, yet he could not understand it. That moron could not explain how Nnamdi Kanu, or maybe they know, how Nnamdi Kanu was removed from Kenya to Nigeria. He couldn't explain to his people that Nnamdi Kanu was removed from Kenya to Nigeria. He's challenging Sahara Reporter, who is sending a message, making a statement to people who can think, and telling them that as long as the Defense Council is concerned that Nnamdi Kanu was not legally removed from Kenya. Maybe he doesn't even understand the process of removing somebody from another country to another country. He does not understand that concept. And he's calling an attorney to reprimand him of what a newspaper wrote. And some people who listened to him thought he was making a statement. It's unbelievable. But today, and again, he made a mention that Attorney Ejiofor was there, who was at that point handling the case. I keep going to this Attorney Ejiofor because he was the same person who told these people that Ezekome was working for free for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe based on that, they said, then it's no use going to Kenya, or whatever they were trying to cover, whatever it was they were trying to cover. I remember on this program, we made mention, we told people who were listening that was misinformation, because we got the message, if you remember, when Onyendu
instructed for us to pay the guy off.
Pay him off.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say. So if we were not there, we wouldn't have known all these things. Onyendu told them to pay him off. Told us to pay him off.
Pay this man off.
Actually, send the message to Madanaya.
His balance was $25,000. If you remember.
All the money he got was almost 90-something thousand.
94,000. To be exact. Balance
Sheraton
was 25,000.
And
that money, when we rallied and raised that money, na Bank of America.
Yep.
Not even sending it in Naira. That money was paid into his account in Bank of America.
Yep.
Yeah. So when you see all these things they were saying at that time.
And the Ejiofor, let me not take away word from him. And the Ejiofor was calling every time to find out if they had paid that money, if money has been paid to Ezekome. Ejiofor was calling every time to find out.
Okay.
Every time. And that like I keep wondering why he's calling like that, because he has his own share.
It has something to do with him. Exactly.
So
because
let's
direct contact. But Ezekome was coming to him to find out where that money is going to be paid. And all my that no nyawa, they push you to that money.
And I'm very, very much sure that the person who no, this amount but that same man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You see how wicked our people are.
Yeah. Thank you. When I got up to $94,000 cash money. I hope the fools again, the IPOB leaders, I hope they're listening.
Of course they know now, but the problem still remains that these guys are lying to our people, telling them that they are the one that is paying lawyer. Which lawyer are they paying?
Okay.
Fagwan, we can prove. I want we keep proving. We have the receipt to prove.
Thank you.
I want we keep proving. But let them prove that this is the lawyer and this is where they pay their money. I want we receipt to prove.
Thank you.
So it's not a new thing to us.
So when they didn't believe, my brother, so when they didn't believe that one, how can they believe that Nenwe court case in Kenya? You see how Chinasa shaped his mouth to dismiss all this.
Let me tell you, they are blinded with their evil.
Yes. Giving them,
they are blinded with their evil. That's why. That's why they cannot see beyond their nose. They are blinded by their evil. That is why. Because if they knew, if they were following the real step, if they were listening to Onyendu, if they were following what everything is, the way things are happening, they wouldn't fall out. They wouldn't have they would have fallen out. But because they weren't following the step, they weren't following Onyendu's instruction. That was why they fell out. They decided that their own, if I Choyukunu, what we go, not Onyendu, even to the extent that they started going after Onyendu and their family and his family. For you to know the evil these guys are.
Exactly. So they thought they were being believed, but incidents with time is proving them wrong and exposing their behavior. So now, who are they going to counteract the Kenya issue with? International.
They are international lawyer.
International organization. Or they know. I wouldn't be surprised if they call the office of PLO Lumumba, the renowned attorney in Kenya.
No, they will call their international lawyer.
Their own international lawyer. Who will then connect them to the office of PLO Lumumba. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. Mazi, Ismail, you made mention that you counted this. I want to ask you, where is he? Is he still asleep? Their media leader, or former? Or can I learn Australia? Or check it for
Chukwudo former, you know. For me, there's every tendency that things is not working out with them with Chukwudo former.
So he went to sleep.
Well, yeah,
he cannot tell the truth, eh?
For how many years now can Biafra no go from Chukwudo former?
But only 1 year on South Africa, who is now talking like a parrot.
No, what is going on in South Africa? I think some confessions that are coming up from South Africa. How they destroy IPOB, how they blackmail Madame Nyanya, how they blackmail innocent Aliam, you know. So, but that will be for another day. But
that confession, is it coming out because of news from Kenya, or it's just freely from their
No. There is something that motivated it. Later you will know. But on why he motivated that particular one. Okay. Just like what motivated the one in Asia.
Malaysia.
Same thing that motivated Malaysia. Same thing that that is it. I mean, the scale is falling out of their eyes. That's the problem.
And Mazi Ichie, if what is going on in Europe now, because I'm at now, that is why now I'm going to Spain, the liaison office, and they can get the liaison office. Dublin. Now, let's go to 5-star hotel.
Go to get 5-star hotel.
And they go to
their leader.
Then we know
their leader.
Let them continue.
Foolishness.
It's coming.
Foolishness. Even Onyendu doesn't stay in 5-star hotel.
I will.
It's not 5-star hotel.
I wish when you go
5-star hotel.
Not in Houston. I wish I would show you where he stays. It's unbelievable. Of which in the effort.
Onyendu Ajuna Noyan Ogwe Udi Hotel Onyendu Ajuna Noyan or that place.
No.
Say like or say Noyan or that place. We go mu Biafra. Naya no that place. Nyaka idiot anu aje no na 5-star hotel. Yeah. Eneko leadership. Ego mu mmadụ. Eneko na-eli ego mu mmadụ. Again, a 5-star, I seen a fan on a 5-star hotel. Fire Jubo one fan a 5-star hotel this time around. Or you Jubo win a 5-star hotel. Dojo.
It's
It's not
unbelievable.
Ghanaian.
But remember, I'm sure you still have it in your archive. Sampe Master, the last Destinome, Ogwaluno, that everything is going round the circle and is coming down to one thing. And that is that Onyendu will come out, but the Nive Onyendu coming out this time is that and that is the Biafra flag. And you put that flag is being handed to Onyendu from different quarters. Kenya, if Chinasa Nwakita and his group, if they're not hearing it, the Kenya issue is now coinciding with what is happening in Africa. And Kenya is the rightful place to start. That is where it's beginning. By the time everything will come around, maybe even the deaf and dumb in Africa will hear it, and the blind will see it, and the earthquake will resound so hard that people who are locked indoors will come out and say, what is shaking the building? It's coming around. This thing has started, but we are watching to see how far it's going to go. Malaysia, Europe, this place is okay, Bidoro. It has not started. When I was listening, I think you posted it first. Oh no, Mazi Kechwana posted it. I fell off my seat when I laughing over what happened in South Africa. I said, this is unbelievable. Now, this person who is talking like a parrot, so he just recalled all the details of everything. Even when they were plotting how to take out Omazi Kechukwu, they couldn't find a reason. They said, oh, we have one reason for hosting Madame Nene. That was the crime he committed. And because of that, boom, they got to bump him out. It's unbelievable. But this is, they are gathering. All the vultures are gathering. And after some time, some of them who have guts will vomit a whole lot of things they've swallowed. I know they will. It's a question of time.
Well, I give it to that our brother for speaking out and speaking the truth. Because he rightly said that that he has done bad, and he's coming back to he's coming out to make sure that what he has done, he's going to redo. So I say kudos to him, and we want more of those kind of people. Onye mee ife ọjọọ, kweta na o mee ife ọjọọ. And pụtazi bịa kọrọ ụmụ nwanne ife ome na ife ome dị njọ. So I mean, it's okay, it's nice for that our brother to come out and like let us not. I'm not crucifying him. He was a victim of circumstance too, and he watched. I mean, us in that he was a junior. He just came into IPOB and like he become an officer, and before Malia, they made him a national secretary or whatever. So he was the one now, the PR. So he was the one that was being told what to say, and you can't blame him. When you're now not on IPOB, it's just like somebody like me now. Kebia, now. You should just laugh me away and like see. I mean, you just tell me I'm very stupid. You know, IPOB over 10 years, and you don't know what is obtainable in IPOB. Then, you know, but I mean, like he said, you know, he can be forgiven, but always some coordinators that I swear to God, the Femero, but it's okay. Let's keep going. No,
my brother.
So, Biafrans. Well, Mazi, one statement Chinasa Nwakita use on this video I play now. You guys did not go into it, you know. Also the whining, now whine. That word whining, give it mean. Because every time Mazi can court case is coming up, and now whine.
well, actually, wine on the buy if we really want to speak the truth, and the devil incarnate himself, Chinasa Nworo, and I'll tell you why you know Chinasa Nworo, because each cheta there was a particular time Chinasa may all know the when now practically as if he was telling the Nigerian government to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, did that audio.
Yeah.
I wish now all the around that you can play it for people. Oh, may you on here, where see, oh, Bruna, Nigeria, if I won't do highest and all for 3 months. How can somebody like that say that kind of a thing? No, near. How can, you know,
If we
irrespective of anything, he and I call out these people. See, I'm not for 3 years. For 3 years with everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the same way this time around. In nature, now we now. In nature, that country are not doing peace.
Ikengo Ruago is indirectly repeating what Chinasa said. If I
see, brother, I don't
indirectly repeating that same thing.
Brother, listen. I don't banter words with those kind of people. That guy, man, a complete compound fool. And one on time for that kind of person. I at least on what I go the fame on our also on our I mean, okuye na mgbe uche me phone and make program ya. Or see the reason why you do no there ban one. Or do na this program but na ocho ka how did he put it again?
His political life.
Not sure he popular.
Yeah.
And I go popular. Which me first say what did you just say? Or repeat to pay again. And you know kind of person which sometimes which just ignored him. Which just say laughing and ignored him. So how can I be bantering words with that kind of a person? How can I be speaking? Come on, what about Lumunia? Or what about even a unit coordinator? What about Nyania?
Thank you.
A real IPOB member. What about Nyania? You know, he's a complete compound fool. So I heard what he said, but on the other, you know, they are bound to use people to cause chaos. They are bound to use people like that to cause chaos.
To happen.
Especially
that is why the moment
right from your left. Mas, go ahead.
That is why the moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, the government set in with their machineries. The reason of keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till death is not that if the Nigerian government want to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, anywhere that they will kill him. If the Nigerian government could be able to adopt Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hold him for complete 8 days before bringing him to court, I want everybody to put this in his mind. They were also having the power to eliminate him. They have the power, even spending for 3 years in their custody. I'm telling people something. If the Nigerian government want to eliminate Mazen Kano inside the custody, they will do it. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life. It's a reality every one of us must put in their mind. That is why I say that most times I make the only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life. It's a reality every one of us must put in their mind. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life. It's a reality every one of us must put in their mind. That is why I say that most times I make the post. I say, what you can get through deception, there is no need to use force. What you can use your brain to manage. The moment my
So, and this statement was made exactly where Onyendunachi Jacob. I think 2 days or 3 days Onyendunachi, because this guy now be make a statement almost anytime Onyendunachi Jacob. You see him come out and give these ridiculous statements. Okay, how can even a unit coordinator knows better not to even utter this kind of thing? This stupid man now utter them out here. You know, I get so frustrated when I listen to this kind of things. How can you, as a member of Directorate of State, mention this kind of thing? No, John Logi, this kind of thing. Now, radio. We held these people for 3 years. Double now. If it were been then you can now come and be saying crap. So just imagine this. Or the unfortunate now, somebody like this, be equal such a thing at this particular given time. Well, you call my pay no one about so also no I go mile. You know, about so I go mile. But I'm no. No.
Yeah. Let me just chip in one thing before Mazemeka will take the microphone. Biafran, this is the voice of Chinasa and Nwakita, so-called GOC, so-called the man who is in charge of ESN, right? That means he have a powerful, is powerful, and a lot of hope rely on him, right? So somebody who GOC in charge of ESN, with our final hope. Maka ụmụnna anyị nọ n'ofe ma ndị ebu ihe a na-agba agba, right? We make this kind of statement on air. And remember, during the time of our trial of our leader, DSS, they said that they listen to Radio Biafra every day. They say it in court that they listen to Radio Biafra every day. Then such person not in that kind of position, yeah, one goes to where they or pota wait sir. Now the enemies that they can go ahead. They can go ahead and do it. That nothing will happen. That we can only protest 3 months. Everybody will get tired and we go our home. In that case, Chinasa and Nwakita, Chineke ya ọkụ. Chineke ya ọkụ mboseke mbosori mbosafọ. You know, if we did struggle, so then by the same people. After there's a video I will have to play about 1,000 teeth. See, I am not a broadcaster, but if you go on, mmetigo timbodombo, mmanyuganya, ona agba, I'm coming. So the same people, they are going that now our leader's family, they are against their own brother. Now, at some point, we understand that na na-enwe enyi ka nwanne.
Nwanne.
So when I forget you one now, Chinasa Nwakita, now unu that now Nigeria government can go and do something to now Chinasa our leader that nothing will happen. We don't need to go as on. Only talk about Nankanopota. And also, don't forget, we also have it on tape. Jonathan Chine do Chineke Yapoku. But again that now. Now Mazin Nan they can should remain there. That it should not be free. Because if all that means he has compromised. It's about the same people.
Bam, all folk.
About the same people now soon now they love our leader past their family. Chineke ya unu ni n'ọkụ. Oh, Maazị, Chineke ya unu ni n'ọkụ. Maazị, continue.
Oh. When they are fatigued, when they get tired, when their plan is not moving or accelerating at the pace they thought it would, they start throwing venoms. Same thing happened to Chinasa. Same thing happened to Jonathan Chinedu. And same thing has happened to so many of them. So many of them in different places. I keep going back to this idiot because I was shaking to my bone when I listened to that idiot in South Africa. When I had that comment, I think the first thing that I called you is amazing.
Yeah.
I know I called you. I asked you, you started laughing. Deep inside, I said to myself, has it come to this level? Why are you laughing? Have you had it? You told me, yes, you've had it. And then you told me that there are more. I said, more than what this idiot has said. He said, yeah. I said, all along, I know that such thought is in his head. I know he's a clown, but I did not know that he can go to this extent to verbalize the content of his heart to this level. I did not know.
My brother, the reason why he did that was because they thought Onyendu wasn't going to come out anymore. That was the promise they gave to them. They thought Onyendu wasn't going to come out anymore. If not, which people went to Asurok?
Yeah.
I'm a Ponde Jono. I'm Andy Jono. I'm Andy Jinina Jono. Which people went to Asurok? I'm Andy Ninja Jono. So, I mean, let them leave this nonsense alone. You know, my problem is that is our people, which they are lying to. You know, just like that stupid boy that came in and started calling us names, that will not settle down to reason. Use your brain. You know, we at a time, we kept quiet. If you remember, we kept quiet. We didn't say anything. Nobody was saying anything. They were having a free day. They were lying. All the whole lies they were lying. We kept quiet. Reason being that we've not gotten the message to go ahead or to do something about it. Immediately the message came through the lawyers. We started exposing their ass. We started telling people what they were doing. You see, they now try using the media, their own media, to cause so much havoc to Onyendu, trying to portray Onyendu as somebody that is sick in the head, trying to make Onyendu look as if Onyendu is not capable of handling anything anymore. And that was when these idiots that called himself a lawyer was handling it. Ejiofor was handling it. Was handling Onyendu. That was when they prevented Onyendu from coming out, prevented Onyendu from doing anything. So their lies will be substantiated. Okay, that was why they stopped Onyendu from being there. You know, immediately their ass was thrown away, and Ejimako took over. Onyendu came out and spoke the first time, and I thank God for people like Favor that carried, and the Prince that videoed it that time. Everybody danced. Do you know the kind of hope he gave a lot of people? After that, can these people see going and Onyendu is not more normal in the head? Now, Chineke akponda oku. Chineke akponda oku.
Even Isaiah Oba commented that they never knew that Onyendu is healthy to come out and make a speech.
Because that was what they were. That was what the lawyer
exactly what they were
telling them, and they capitalized on it, knowing fully well Chike Doziem and Chinasa Nworu, knowing fully well that they wanted to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
Okay. To do whatever they had been promised. Whoever, I mean,
the message was that he wasn't even thinking right, that he cannot make sound decisions. They were projecting him that way. That
until Onyendu spoke.
Until he spoke.
And until Onyendu started coming out and started speaking, our people gathered more hope. Our people were more happier that Onyendu came out. But their own intention was to keep Onyendu incommunicado.
Yeah. Because he cannot express himself. That he was so tortured that he cannot articulate anymore.
The archive, if there is any way you can bring out that place, Chike Doziem no Mwanye Highway, on Agwafa, nothing can happen without Onyendu's authorization. Then why is it now that Chike Doziem has opened another
office?
Chike Doziem has opened another license office. Chike Doziem is now as if no Yanwabu all and all. But Onyendu does not know about the office that they opened. Onyendu does not know about the license office they've opened. That means they've moved on.
Yeah.
That means they are planning something. And when that time comes, you know, I see they lie, I see they hot. Say that some people are planning to fight Onyendu when Onyendu comes out.
Bam.
Yes. It's with us.
Yeah. We don't need anybody to tell us that.
It's with on mute. Auditor on mute. Or say.
No, he's knocking his head.
There's some people is trying to fight Onyendu when Onyendu comes out. Then how can't you just reason? If this is part of their media warrior way back until they started quarreling. And the reason why, let me tell you the reason why they cannot talk to that Opo known as South Africa. It's not worth mentioning his name. That idiot, Moron, known as South Africa. Because the guy knows too much. The guy knows too much of their secrets.
Him.
That's why they are pampering the guy.
Exactly.
That is why when we go against the other media warrior, try go against the guy, they will now say no, don't go against him. because the guy knows most of their secrets.
But that is their burial ground. That guy is gonna nail them. He's gonna bury all of them. Watch and see.
Okay, time now, yeah. Time now, yeah.
We're break. Yeah, run away.
And these people have forgotten. Anyway,
when the time is right.
Let me keep my mouth shut because let me tell you something. Let me say something here. To the blessed memory of our great leader, the mom. Okay, the mom. Our great mother, our great Lolo. You see, in a me for my and Isugi. Mommy Jafia one day. Jafia, mommy Jafia, you go to one day. She got more than she required, or more than she had. Even when she wants to pay, some of them will say no. Mabulu. One reason why you put this thing. Ntunde ba isa fu mad na ya kafa say hate mad. Inwe kana pa we kana mad we kana ga na street one day wele okute tubuo ya. Nke adu ko okudu kinu. What I knew. Oh, makaki ye ju ekuru ni izu okuni for buni na eme.
Yep.
With our people. Into our people say afu mad na ya kafa say hate mad. If you na apa mommy that day, and apa mommy, smiles Jeru. I can never forget that day. Smiles Jeru. When you bulu ko bia binyi, when you bulu ko plan denyi, when you bulu ko branyi. On to the bayende. But don't pray to cross their paths. Near me for Joe. Can they be like this? Mazi is now I can hear.
Yeah, ndewo mazi. Let me okay, this video just okay. I need to play this video each year so that I will go to the next topic. Okolago.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all,
be say una no get sense. How na they call? Why una go dey open una dirty mouth, una stupid mouth, una stupid fake geography mouth? They call Cross River State south. Now they mad. Cross River State is southeast. We are Biafrans. If the governor of Cross River State did not support Biafra, he's a bastard. Doesn't know his root. If you know anybody that is in Cross River State that did not support Biafra is pursuing the money. How can a Yoruba man and a Hausa man come and tell us where we come from? Oh, but go look map now. You go not say you are a Cross River State. I'm talking about Cross River State. Cross River State is the southeast, and anybody that did not support Cross River State is a bastard. We come from the southeast. We are Biafrans. Akwa Ibom State, they fit go because they don't know. They know Akwa Ibom State. They are money conscious. Akpabi have misled them. All of them that are in Akwa Ibom State, they don't know where they come from. But in Cross River State, how must you call Cross River State the south? Cross River State and Akwa Ibom State, they are southeast. Those state and Delta State, with that, those ones in a zombie, they don't know where they go. They have jobless youth. But let's talk about Cross River State and Akwa Ibom State. We are Biafrans. Release our leader, Mazin Nandikano. Release that man, he don't know anything. Release him. You release Sunday Igbohu. And all the Boko Harams, they have been repented. They have repentance Boko Haram because they come from the north. Release Nandi Madukano. Release that man, he don't do anything. And any South, any Cross River State or like Ibom State that is not supporting this movement is a bastard. What did the God who has on the grace? Obasanjo sells Obasanjo and Co. Then plant and Tunumbu here. Then plant and sell the Bakassi Peninsula to the Cameroon because they know that this is our mineral resources that we have in the southeast. Because of their wickedness, now Lagos is jam-packed. Look at what is happening in Lagos. Lagos is jam-packed. You understand? Make they talk the truth. And all those people who go to the Bishop for Alaba International Market, they are bastards. Look, come back to we are Biafrans, we are not Nigerians. So whatever you want, last week, yeah, they come and kidnap me in my house. Nigerian police, they come and kidnap me in my house. I was in a police station, I spent millions of naira, and I did not pay a damn. I did not see my complainant and everything. So Nigeria is a criminal country. I said it. I'm not going to hide it. So any Akwa Ibom and Cross River, they not support Biafra is a bastard. Forget about Deltas. Forget about Delta. Osaro Dokumbo is a bandit. Sponsored by these criminals. So you people should know what you are doing, no? We are Biafrans. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu will not do anything. If you want to catch the terrorists, go to Bonu, go to Meduguri, go and catch terrorists. Terrorists, they are not in the Biafran land. We are Cross River State and Akwa Ibom State, they are Biafrans. Take it or you leave it. Release Nnamdi Kanu, God punish you. Anybody where they have, where they are arresting Maxine Nnamdi Kanu, she can nonsense with that one.
You can hear him, right?
Yes.
Maazị Ichie nke anyị na-amụ onwe ịchọrọ ikwu abụọ adịga.
Na amazụkọ ihe na-ekwu ekwu na ugwu egbelugo na mgbagbu bụ ka anaghị anya bụ ụwọ plegodolu m nke a first na ọ dị m ezigbo mkpa, this one dị m ezigbo mkpa n'elu m ya.
Ichie nke a archive ka eji gbọpụtasị ndị a.
Nsị gị nọ ya aghọtara
wee
nnukwu historia nke efe ahụ.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our...
To the question I Julia before you here.
You can hear him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, and I was saying that I thank sister that just spoke, especially again because at the last conclusion of her statement, said it all. She said it all because she said, I'm the second in command. I'm the second in command. The first in command is there. I cannot honestly be expected to take over the work of the first command. The first command is reachable. He is still in charge. And that is what I have been trying to let our people know. That is also what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to isolate our leader. Isolate him in the sense that believing that he's not in...
Mazi, I want to try the question actually. Maybe in the next program, I can get the question actually, but I don't include that. So let's go.
I actually thought that question was included in this, but I haven't called it included. But the question was, but I may say I play open when the next. But the question was that this highway, especially this useless woman Anna Madam Bridget. I'm sorry, but I know how I've dealt with her, and she's not a good woman. In what I go, she's not a good woman. You know, their problem bukewe pumadananya. So they were telling this obo nyawe pumadananya.
Yeah.
So that is the, but if all Wafa come are interested in, you want to go? If all Wafa come are interested in, because this same thing can why Chike dossier This same thing can wire Chike does him. But at the end of the day, Muamaro no go highway this same thing. Also, Bosimuna Muna Ismail meet and program that Ismail played this. I was shocked. So, but go ahead, Mazi Ismail. Go ahead.
Oyendu is in control, and that is what we must push across. I am second in command. When there are issues that I can deal with immediately and deal with as second in command that does not need the input of Oyendu, I deal with them because I know he has taught me how to deal with those issues. But if there are so weighty issues that we need the first in command to make an input, I will act according to his instructions. And as I'm speaking to you, Oyendu is seized of the allegations about his head of finance. I know the instructions as he told me to carry out. Based on that, he has not asked me to remove anybody, and I cannot remove anybody because Oyendu. People are going around saying, I said it on my broadcast. And I'm very disappointed. If you go around, you're talking about what is it called? Autopilot. What is the meaning of autopilot? Autopilot when the leader is there. Are we deliberately trying to isolate him? That now we are running autopilot. No, there is a vacuum of leadership. I said it on my because that is what they want us to do. We must push it all the time that the Onyendu is in charge. That is what scares the our enemy. If we reduce his authority, we are putting him in danger. And I cannot be part of that. So until he tells me in that very serious allegation, very serious matter that he appointed the head of finance and taking into account that these allegations have been there before he got this issue that he has now. He was already aware of it. He hasn't acted on them. And up to now, he hasn't asked me to act on them. I don't think it's reasonable for me to act without his authority. I can't do that. That is why I'm a very, very simple, obedient, follower. That is how it is. I know where my responsibility lie. I know where my duties lie. I know where I am expected to act. And in those areas, be rest assured that I will act. Where the input of Oyendu is needed, I will wait for his input before I act. We are here also, we may disagree on that, but that is my outlook of this whole situation. I have been in this movement, knows, for as long as I can remember. And I took oath to protect it, and I took oath to be loyal to Oyendu, and so I will remain in that line. Thank you.
So, Biafrans, not from my own mouth, from Chike Dozien's mouth. If Chike Dozien knows that Onyendu is not incommunicado, that Onyendu can be reached, because we are here. Why is it that now, that same thing that they have said and that he has said, why is it that no Nyawaka, that same Chike Dozien now practices now? Trying to sideline Onyendu, trying to make Onyendu irrelevant, trying to make sure that no Nyawa Buzi Onyeze. Nyana that Chinasa won. You know? Why is it? Nwakita can't mess that thing. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. All na found on waking me your own no leading ede. We quote this thing. We're seeing that Oyendu is still reachable. His word. If Onyendu is still reachable, why is it that now When your angel gives you an instruction on what to do, you don't do it anymore. You don't do it no more. Instead, what you guys did was to engineer those bandits in disguise, not one with media warriors, to go after Onyendu to the level na fast and after Onyendu by the balls. Not Onyendu na courtroom here. That he should come out from the prison and come and implement the memo.
Yep.
Onyendu nyefa
By himself.
By himself. Dear friends, are you listening? Are you aware of all these things that is happening? When they follow for these people when they met. If I know
to answer this question, I don't know if Ezumezu has Nelly of Fable. When Nelly of Fable was relating to the meeting, Hanwe with DOS, where they discussed the replacement for Onyendu, where they were talking about what is going on and who's going to take over the leadership. They all agreed. So everything was falling in place. They had this meeting for over 5 hours until the name of Simon Ekpa was mentioned. Everything fell apart.
No, Ima, initially, let me draw it back a little bit. Initially, they said that they had meeting with Chinasa and that Chinasa and was supposed to be the leader.
Okay.
The replacement of the leader. Mm-hmm. That was what Oyibo and Nelly was saying. Mm-hmm. That Chinasa and was supposed to be the replacement of the leader. But unfortunately, that later they now went back. They were in a meeting. Messenger meeting. They now decided no Simon Ekpa. Mm-hmm. So when they now announced it, no Simon Ekpa, that was where their problem now started. You see, this God is not asleep.
Everything fell apart.
This God is not asleep.
Then they launched a very big attack on Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa started announcing that I'm not attacking them, they are attacking me. They are attacking me.
The problem still remains that even in our one way or the other, they go to the back, especially when Onyendu has given them the instruction to stop the sit at home. Mm-hmm. Okay? Onyendu gave them the instruction to stop the sit at home. They were looking for the reason why they should come and announce that Onyendu has given them the instruction to stop the sit at home. Faf go nife sit at home I course line. Okay? So during that time that instruction went out, they felt that it was a slight on them. And at the end of the day, they insisted on it. Simon, that continue what you're doing. Continue what you're doing. That was later. Now, Simon, continue what you're doing. We are standing with you. So that was one of the things that was annoying Simon. You know, we kind of followed all these things up.
Yes.
But it's not Simon. I don't care about Simon. Neither do I care about Chike Doziem right now. Because I know I keep telling them if they change tomorrow, but I think it is too late. I kept telling them that time, if you change tomorrow and start doing what Onyendu tells you to do, I'll be the first to start following you, to start talking for you. But forget me because I'm not talking about that. Just forget it. So the problem still remains that these guys to me, they've sold out. The playbook, NFA, Kafane play. The playbook, NFA, Kafane play. That's what they're playing. Okay? So at the end of the day, they have goofed. Fairness go up. If not, I see no reason why Chinasa and Chike Doziem Yamaru say yes, that this thing not gonna find mayor like this, that I feel na power only do a diminish go. And still he carried it out. So that is intentional. You understand what I'm saying? That is intentional. He knew it. He knew all these things that was going to happen to Onyendu. If that happened, if this thing happened, this thing will happen to Onyendu. He knew. So he intentionally did what he wanted to do. They intentionally did what they wanted to do. So you see, right now, I don't even care about them. I don't even care about them. All I care about now is that I have joy in my heart that we had a very beautiful ruling, which they claim that we never did. That was never a case.
All this polytechnic now were typewriter from outside the gate.
Naya archive. You move talk about this one. Go ahead.
Hey, closer the first one. Second one, the doors should never dabble into the finance of the family. Brother, I want to dabble into the finance of the family. Family, family go or account of family. What do they have money? We'll dabble into their family. No, we don't do such a thing. I think I will have to read it together before they say it's a concocted story. Got it here. Let me on the light very well. This is supposed to be on very, very well. Look at it here. DOS should never dabble into the finance of the family. That is the family of Kano Takano. Well, do we know the family? The answer is no. Unless man family can help you. Second, the third one, the first one, cancel accounts. Only care about we say thunder fire anybody that will talk to DOS. We can cancel the one. Now let us do the second one. All sacked national coordinators appointed by Mazen Nandekan himself must be reinstated and with immediate effect. Okay, Sheva have reinstated now. No be here with you. I June na scrotum. All sacked national coordinators appointed by Mazen Nandekan himself must be reinstated and with immediate effect. Okay, Sheva have reinstated now. No be here with you. I June na scrotum. All sacked national coordinators appointed by Mazen Nandekan himself must be reinstated with immediate effect. You
hear?
You know we are zombie. Or never any order. All this will be reinstated. You know, the man the man that is struggling for his life. When time bear concord what distance. It was started by Polytechnic Naked brother. Our sister, okay, man, how come my Polytechnic Naked next to my school those days? I graduated from
Paul Achebe. Paul Achebe. If you one of the reasons no ya jagwalo mo also na the debate, I'm coming. Right? I'm going to ask me anaka kwa. If one of the reasons. But before then, Mazi, only one video in the quest. National Provost. One video in the quest. Because I want to request that video. But all you take time to download it. But I buy enough to my phone.
Okay.
Naya archive.
I'm not gonna start to say all the things that I've tried to do with DOS. But like you asked me, Chinasa, and people, people keep asking this question about Chinasa or no Chinasa. This is what I'm going to tell you. Before all this issue about DOS started, I called Chinasa Muru. My time, it was almost, because the whole night I was awake trying to figure out how we are going to, because I saw the doom, I saw the problem that is coming.
Sorry, you mean you spoken to him?
You guys have had
yeah, we speak. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So forget about his lies. We speak. You know, I talk to Chinasa. Chinasa talks to me. You know, if I have questions, I call him. If he has questions, he will call me. So that's his business if he claims he doesn't know me. But I'm going to tell you, just to address the people who are saying, make peace with DOS, do this with DOS. So I called Chinasa. We were on the phone for hours. It was early morning my time here. So I called him. We spoke at length for hours. And this is my conversation. Basically, the bottom line, I told Chinasa Moru that I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. So, and he asked me, what does that mean? I say, I cannot tell you exactly what it means, but I know I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. When the people of Biafra reject DOS, it means the spirit of Biafra has rejected DOS. And he asked me, how possible? How do I know? I said, I don't know, but this is what I am seeing. This is something that is going to happen. And I want us to find a solution to figure out what we need to do. I was on the phone with Chinasa for hours. I told Chinasa, this is exactly how it's going to happen. And then when it happens, our people will be kind of hopeless. They wouldn't know where to turn to. We need some kind of structure. And then Chinasa asked me, so what do you suggest? What do we do? I said, since you're in charge of the ESN, and since we know that Chukwuokike has rejected DOS, because I told him, I see the people of Biafra rejecting DOS. It doesn't matter how much he denies. It's going to happen. It's already happening. I told Chinasa, what we can do is to try to figure out, you know, maybe we can try, instead of saying DOS, we can change from DOS command to ESN command. And he asked me, I said, since you're able to speak to the people, and then as long as ESN is concerned from this side in the diaspora in DOS, you are the one in charge. So maybe from there, we can start there to address the people. But definitely, that DOS has been rejected because there's a demonic hold on DOS. I said there are people who have done real terrible things in DOS, and that's why Elohim have rejected DOS. And then we have to do something real quickly, because we don't want our people to be like wandering, like people wandering in the wilderness without direction. I said our people have so much faith in DOS because our leader, Mazin Nandekanu, told us that DOS is the administrative structure. That's the head that we see. I said, what I see that is going to happen is going to be very terrible. At a point, people will no longer listen to the EOS. They wouldn't want to hear EOS anymore. I said, we can do something. You can announce that we are no longer in DOS command and control to ESN. So probably changing the name can help. If there's anything that DOS has done, then we can pray for God to forgive us, but we need a structure. We need something that people can look onto. I wouldn't go into the details of what we spoke, but when the right time comes, I will go into details. I don't record people, but I believe he recorded the conversation. So if he's bold enough, let him bring the tape out for people to listen to our conversation. But what I'm going to tell Biafran people is that all our conversation was going on well. Everything was going on well. Until I mentioned the name Simon Ekpa. When I mentioned Simon Ekpa, that's when all hell broke loose. Because I told him, Simon Ekpa, I tried to explain to him what Simon Ekpa signifies. It doesn't matter who accepts it or not. It doesn't matter who hates him or who likes him. Elohim does what he wants to do. The spirit of Biafra has chosen who will work for her. And she is the one that is appointing people to work for her to do her job. It doesn't matter what they like. So I told him, we discussed about the seat at home. You know, I discussed with him the things that Simon Ekpa is doing. And then if we will change from DOS command to ESN command, then with Chinasa, with Simon Ekpa, you know, both of them can collaborate and help, you know, give instruction and help figure out how to get our leader out, how to give our people hope. how to move things. I told him that Biafra is so close, it's so real, it's so here, that we can do this together and help, release our leader so that when he comes out, he can raise our flag and everybody can now do their own thing. So we had hours and hours and hours of conversation. So in the long run, Chinasa told me that he will call me back because we were going back and forth. We hang up. I don't know if he was talking to some people, but he will call me back and then we'll continue from where we left. So after a while, he said that he's going to call me back. So because I didn't sleep the whole night, so I tried to lay down a little bit. I think in about less than 2 hours when I woke up, that's when I saw internet about the sit at home. So I was very happy because during that conversation, we also had conversation about sit at home. We also talked about what Simon Eber was doing with the sit at home thing. So they announced it. I saw Chike Dozim announce the sit at home. So I was like, okay, this is really good, And then up to today, Chinasa didn't call me back. But that was okay, and I didn't try to call him back. Because they started this sit at home. They announced the sit at home. And our people accepted the sit at home. I told him that we are going to sit at home. This is the only weapon we have. We cannot let our people go out on the streets and get shot, get killed. Because what they want us to do is to come out and get killed. Yeah, I told him this is what Simon Eber is doing. And he told me about the sit at home too. That's a really good plan. We all agree that it's a really good plan. So before I woke up, Chike Dozem already put out the flyer about the sit at home. I was happy. Even though he didn't call me back, but everything worked out perfectly. So whatever happened, they didn't expect the sit at home to be successful. Unfortunately, their handlers in the zoo DSS called them and wanted to suspend the sit at home right away. Because then the zoo government realized that it's effective and they wanted to.
Okay, can I end there but because of time. Let's end it here. Yeah, Mazam, I'm name the message
Exactly.
This lady started all those things here for all those problems. It started from her. And up till now, one single thing approved there before it disappear. This is a lady that has give us the right TV, all the information, fake information that caused a lot of problem in this
about United States.
Up to today, no evidence before this lady disappear. Mas go on before I can get because I man and one day make you ajo. I don't want video me play kuno again. Yeah.
He gave her all the information about your United States account because she was the auditor. She was an auditor. Onyindu appointed her as an auditor in United States before he was kidnapped. So the best she did was to use the records she has, which she handed to Asideli TV, who came on air immediately and started confusing people with detailed account information of those in United States. I've asked him several times, since you are saying everything you know about Onyendu and his family, why not tell us your relationship with Madam Dr. Nelly Ofuebu, and who gave you all the information of United States account that warrant you to call people's name and say they are embezzling money, they are doing this, and doing this. Give us that detail, please. He disappeared. Never heard anything about him again. Until now, he's coming out. Now he's turning, he was ever pro-Onyendu, anti-Onyendu, now pro-Onyendu. Onyendu is coming back. He's now becoming the new Soji again. I thought he has buried that. It's unbelievable what people can do. And Mazi, I'll tell you this. I cannot rule out these women because they'll come back.
Mazi,
I remember the same Nelly of
relax.
the same Nelly of Febu the last
relax. I
general
want
meeting
to time before I time again.
she gave us was that Madam Oyibo was going to take over. That Onyendu instructed that if anything happens to him, that Madam Oyibo will take over. And she told us that Madam Oyibo will address the Biafrans in 2 days' time. And that was the last we heard of Madam Oyibo and her broadcast. We never saw anything again. So they have, I don't think that this thing, when Onyendu comes back, that is going to clean out all this mess. Because they laid out a whole lot of things that just as we are doing it now, the return of Onyendu may not eclipse what we're doing now or will not clean out. Onyendu will not come to clean out of the mess we went through. Program like this will continue to reflect back on some of these characters so that when they will reemerge thinking that it's push it behind them and continue, there are a lot of things to call their attention to. And if need be, ask them, say, why not go on record to explain this thing you said when Onyendu was kidnapped or when Onyendu wasn't here? Say, Onyendu is our leader, but Onyendu is not entirely the Biafrans. When we have Biafra today, you are going individually. We are going to deal with Biafran people. We are going to deal with our comrades, our relations, Biafran citizens. And to my own approximation, I would like to know what you did when it was tough. I would like to know what you did when it was dark. Because you cannot come out when it is bright enough and everything going very well, and then continue deceiving the same people you lied to, people you led into the mud when it was difficult. This is a true test of character, and we cannot stop until we portray some of these characters and know who our brothers are. And that's the way it's going to be, because we are humans, we are humanity. Onyendu didn't create anybody and wouldn't create anybody. We are humans. And you cannot come out and start jumping all over the place. Onyendu has come out. Onyendu is doing, we are Biafrans. No, it doesn't work that way. We got to know who our neighbors are, who our brothers are. And what we've seen now happening is telling us, I never knew Chinasa before. I never knew Chike before. But now I can tell you the much I know about them. And for me to have a cup of coffee or have dinner with any of these actors, I got some questions. I got to ask them certain things. If I have to have a drink with any of them, if I have to extend my hands for a handshake with any of them, I got questions. And that's exactly what it is. I see you projecting them Muhammadia. I like this guy's character. But he went through the same ordeal. But he came out and said, my bad. That's okay. We understand he's a human. He came and said, I did it. And I was wrong. That's humanity. Thank you.
Ndewo Mazi. Ndewo Mazi. Mazi Chi, onwe nwe ikwu before I go even.
Mba, go ahead. Go ahead, and
Okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, Biafrans. This is 2025. This is not 2021 anymore. Any IPOB family member that up to today still dreaming of these lies of these people yesterday, they are not going to be an IPOB member. Onye ọbụla pụtara na asị na Kanu family, Kanu ta Kanu, Prince Meme, mee nke a, ị nwere ike ịjụ ya ajụjụ si ya nwoke, can you give us evidence? Or ị nwere ike isi ya nwoke, discipline na condemn all the results see from them. How about the trial of our leader in Abuja? If not the family, the update, onye new there. The Kenya court case, now, onye on the forefront. Same only in this family.
In fact, these stupid fools were laughing at us. Na you lose. Especially that Chinasa Moru. The guy, I don't know. I remember the adjective me to qualify that guy. He actually came to the radio station. He was laughing. He was joyous that we lost a case. That we lost the case now, Britain. Have they ever seen any time with GOSC lose a case before? Blah 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 blah. But you did not, because that was what they wanted. They did not sit down to listen to the in-depth of the case, what the judges said, what our own lawyer said, and today. Everybody because open if I pay down attention, if they were not blinded with their greed and their selfish interest that they wanted to please, they would have seen that now the lawyer of the federal government, lawyer and the British government, when he came there to tell them no matter of national security. And Muna give my friend national security mean. So onye men jo melonwe, onye men mo melonwe. Like you're saying, onye na no if you na when you today. No kwa verdict ni na wa me. Ije gwo ya afaka no ntaju ebe ni na the verdict. So, that's why I told you should have just allowed that idiot to be there and not remove him, because at the end of the day, he will probably learn one or two on Tesa Amota. But some people are actually pay attention if I learn one or two. And like you said, MSC and Kanwa, your question, then we can reply them, whichever one will reply them to the best of our ability.
Okay, let's listen to this video.
Loud and clear.
My voice not put very well.
Yes, I not put loud and clear.
Okay. All more argumentation I don't know. I don't know why. Let me try to see. Well, I don't know. If I don't know, I will say they are tapping my number from you. Let me call you with another number to see whether things will change. If it's starting in my ear.
Okay. Now, actually, I play a voice of Chibuze Guatu, but Kaichelo can mazim to Pocha. The point I are here, Puna. The current people now pirate themselves as the leadership are failures. But the people are trying to come and defend them, which is inappropriate. They won't watch it again.
let me just manage it because since it's something. Then I will manage it. Let me just speak. We have gone a long way in this problem. And the more we go, the more we realize a lot of things that have gone wrong in the movement, which is not bad. Nobody is perfect in life. You cannot buy finger that fed you. You cannot stand up to turn around and start those who fought for you. And then you want to see them as your problem. I always said it. Evil men and women are in the hands of affairs of this movement. People that don't have the interests of their people at heart. People that just enter there for sake of fame, to be, relevant, and at the same time, so I don't just know. Because if you don't have the interest of your people at heart, you can do very gross things without looking back. You understand the effect. Those of you that are listening, there's nothing different between some of you that are ganging up now, trying to see if they can be able to promote something that cannot defend. Between the people you are calling autopilot, you know those days I say the autopilot mentality. It is the same, no difference. Just that label people name and stick on it to justify your idiocy. And when a lot of injustice that are this movement, to be honest, brother, I don't even, I want a second thought to reduce the way Nigerian youth, the zoo, and how about so I think on your balls, brain or the okay. Now, I don't have anything to add up, but to tell those of you that are listening, I am carrying the message to TikTok, and I'm gonna cover a lot of people. Because the behavior of these people, many people know me as an IPOB member, the person that speaks and at the same time fight for the restoration of our land. I cannot keep quiet to see this idiot to bring the shame on me that I'm beginning to fight this struggle for many years now. That an incompetent sickle cell anemia in the name of Abani can go out and begin to spread lies. Now, anybody that is still defending these people are so foolish and idiotic, I tell you. I know why. The reason why I want to speak to your platform, to tell people there's no difference between you and me, because they see you as someone that's so evil. And everyone has a different person. Now, just like it's okay. Now, the only difference between me and you, the only thing is that I don't know a manner of approach, the way they attend to some issues. But what is bothering you is also what is bothering me, which is injustice. A lot has gone in this struggle. Some of you are kicking against. Ndishi, Abani, Chinasa, Gekota, Nkunabo, Azayoba. All of them are against Mazen Namekano. Why? Because of the grievances they had, stemming from the brothers. How they were the behaviors of the brothers, the atrocities, transfer and Mazen Namekano. They know, let me tell you what is in their mind. How they believe in whatever they see them do, no Mazen Namekano. So, in other words, they try to defend themselves without defending the movement. And some of you that are brethren at town are going around shouting, we must defend this leadership. The leadership are not defending even itself. They are defending their own personal interest. Their own self can they defend it. They don't defend the movement. If they defend the movement, they will not be quiet and see somebody calling this trouble a terrorist organization and calling your leader a terrorist group, a terrorist leader. They didn't do anything. Ordinary a topic on Biafran television, and yet, I tell you, I have to be honest. I may make them. Everybody come and they defeated it or be defeated. It's a log on the anime. Everybody beach hole. Everybody is an outside person. Everybody not inside the movement. I am not inside. I ain't got no inside. Now do now or do the right thing. I tell you, we go nowhere. I'm the last person that was saying I don't beat. I won't more. I'm gonna apply this thing now. Go on TikTok. Everyone more audience to teach people what is going on. So that come to begin to speak up instead of it. When they protect our injustice, now this movement. It a lot of people now. Actually, many sincere, genuine ones now the movement. Ndị nọọsụ na-akọ aka ụmụ chaf, ndị na-ekwu okwu, ụfọdụ ndị alaba. Some of the so-called media warriors, they cannot speak. Under is so strong, we stand the heat and continue to speak. The only thing I want to tell you, our brother Achebe, just like I think somebody made it. It is very, very sincere. From the look of the things I've seen, I'm not giving you as an advice. It's just my own point of view. Ndị na-achịkọ ọwa ha ụzọ mbi eso na hotel shi okwu okwu. Eso na hotel shi ile hotel shi okwu okwu. Ị ga-apịawa sama ya phone ma anyị ji na-eme program. Ị ka agba na-agwa ha one after the other. Na-agwa ya gịnị watch, gịnị where we touch. Ha gonna feel frustrated because the reason you couldn't go, we try to cover some people in here. Or he didn't go, now you cover people, they confused. So, at the process of explaining with the anger, how they feeling that they are grieved. Just like they're telling them that Methuselah is talking because I don't get position. Position Position or give one who do the position that this movement. Or they are easy, brother. On are these the position at IPO. I want to ask.
11:30 or 12 mother bug meeting, she no conference call.
In other words, it's not easy. There's some people are saying that now they think they will not because now actual position and don't let me tell you many of you. I put them. And then them check you know when I'm asking them they can only have one person you only have who feel that now he doesn't protect their interests. Only who feel that now he shouldn't do no yeah they do money and ever can't do. And what I'll be doing now is to begin to wake people up. So that I don't want them, I will not tell them to attack you people. No. I want them to wake their antenna up. So that I want that direction one so that they have any sign. It's okay, it's true. One example. When people refuse to send the people from media warrior to begin to debunk the lies. The Chihuahua in South Africa is dealing with against Master Namekano. Now, when I put us defend the war against individuals. Now, the other television. All the very sad. I will drop here because I came my phone. No, I'm my phone. I'm noise. No, even though it's not I just not managing but it's okay. It's okay, brother. You should get in, brother.
Dalu, I really appreciate, and we must continue. Emma, many people has an amadolo diplomatic. I'm going to bench of lady diplomatic. I'm a homo keje beapota. Ndiana apampa. Here for this thing, no. That's why many people are going to say masses nandi DOS. Monashi saw Sabani. The reason J generalize everything, Bona. IPO bin about has saying Nigeria government is evil. Hana has saying that Tinubu is evil. Nigeria government, do you know the meaning of government? It means that from the councillor to the last person, the evil, which is not true. Welcome to the program, Mwachineke. Your name and where you are calling from.
Hello.
Okay. Explanation.
Hello.
Explanation. We can so again happen. Nde Mwachineke gani ru.
Yes. Yes, Mazi before. All my business we question.
Happen the number Jene Elo Chuko ha Jamala no ye there before bia na anyu go na phone oge.
Yeah. Mazi one day. Thank you very much, you know. Mazi, is it the one you were called?
Your number,
our brother Methuselah. No, Mazi, it is time. I start to go and why he soon. I even play with evidence. Mazi, from Methuselah has demanded from him for me to have a debate with one I was on in. Now, I'm not agent. Action Kaguma, come on, I won't be on your platform. Because only one statement to make now. And the jury had to do before poor. All see the atrocity of sleepers of Mazin and the canon. So it is time. I am the sleepers of Mazin and Canon at this struggle with an evidence. So let them make research. I'm making my own research. Now, then let move to the date. I buy your own platform. It's time we start telling ourselves the truth. Oh, okay, we go. So Methuselah, Obina. I'm gonna maybe on not because I've been at the end. I'm where no what's like kind of before. No, on the third. See, if you start and go and make a research, I took a best of tomorrow. The atrocity of Mazin can say place in a committee. So, how much in talk? I'm not letting go to now. Mazin, thank you, Pico. Thank you very much.
Debate from Methuselah. Methuselah, honestly speaking, and well, only from Nagama de Zioku. I feel that I got for Methuselah and a debate or Babalonia also. Not only how many times now? Not times me or any at some point, or what Biafra child, you should not accept my own debate too. And with the videos, and my post on the videos. So, I come now, it's not on my platform. Can I your own platform? Can go on those from the app? Let's go with that atrocity. The family name. No, can I go on why it's open now? They will have it. Okay. Yeah, this at this point, well, Mange who because I believe Mazin to sell a name program. I believe Neponia no ye picky or call. And honestly speaking. Another made defend there. I don't, but like I watch you go Methuselah. Only phone, yeah. Now, for people, see, I no need opposition. So, Mazi, can you get to know? No, Mazi, can I forget here on the extra level? Now, I want to take another debate from him on your own platform. So, can I got people? Can I tell the world? Even Mazi, I can see course. That's the atrocity. Can people matter? So now we take facts here. I can take my own facts. Okay. After this program, I will call him and I will get back. Yes. To him. This is what I'm demanding. That's what Biafrans. That's what the whole world. That's the Muslim family. That cause so that atrocity. Can people matter? I don't deal with evidence. Can I deal with my evidence? Okay. After this my program, I will call him then. If it's possible, when we keep connect, I come on, possible because I love opposition. Thank you. Yeah, and I know how much also debate also. Yeah. Thank you, Mazin. Yeah. Okay, Mazin, me to know me and myself. Mazin. They want to grow their page with me. Again, now, I want to be polite because this is not my platform. This guy came to my platform. People are calling, and he refused to call. He said that no need to extra debate. All the Kakano pillars, football with Bayern Munich. He actually grow your page. They actually on a page here because you know we are on TikTok. All one or two people now watching. Even on my platform, email program, it is your duty to call. And then ask me just like you email a program now. I'm going to debate. I'm going to debate on what level. I open my line for you to call me. A chalk you didn't go to your platform. You get me post and say my just like coming to your platform or debate on what? I'm going to debate the child. Now, forget about we are talking about the leadership. Cannot account is a bloody liar. If you like, I will prove to you. He came to me. He told me that Sophia Kano have taken over the movement. Is it true? The answer is no. Master and the Kano, all message. All cannot. I don't can go other side. So forget about this issue they bring now. For the fact that we are condemning atrocities we are seeing in IPOB does not give you the right to think that the behavior of Master and the Kano brother are perfect. Yeah, I want to have family organization, brother. They didn't blame the director of state and others. So, they are duty to say, yeah, I will have family business. And then you go down. So, I come kind of each Kamala program. A bomb Malay debate here. Each of them got a year. I want a lot of things to do. Yeah, I will have my occupation. Some of you feel that now I'm at this struggle. I work. I earn my salary. I depend my living on what I do. So when time, but I'll go local. You jump on that. I may bomb Malay debate here. You may go your own program. We feel able on our phone. But if you don't have a year, I know a debate.
One nigga actually told me wedding or sound. Brother, I have to leave it here.
In other words, Mazes means in Uganda there is no need a shaking egg in your date. Here there, which now say, oh no, the program. Feel free, prepare yourself, yeah, dear. Because now here there, that is you had now. And on them one never Madu never program Madu. Call in Mona email okay. Yeah, that is how because Ejimumbe Mona Guinea Canapia. Guinea Canapia, Mazi or the Kema Wachineke, Oshim Tinye date. Adana that program. Nas equal one on your phone, you clue. So, even the possibility of him a day for date or the law. That is what Netusela said. So, I only wear chance near no program. Go in, iron it out. Because more, how long somebody may follow mad with that email for he heard in job on your name in your liquid. That's why this current leadership, the reason in the attack Loha, will look which not correct happen. They have failed as a leadership. And the people now see him, it is my duty to ask them questions. All my duty. And any person they follow any person without it to have question. A man again already will be end up being brain damaged or being brainwashed. Only for Malcolm Nezio, that's why I'm a well of friend. Get them enemy. Man, here my mama will be a pampo. He will tell him not maybe my two brothers or my two friends or my two enemies. Then the outside there. Another man side there. Now, can I get straight to a high near Korea? Can I get there?
So, this is what happened today. You met today, you know, because I've told him, and I'm not only him, anybody see that no know anything about our just family men at this struggle. It is time for it to come out. He said, open debate for all of them, but they cannot withstand it. Do you know why? Because I know Zuko, and in that year before, Achebe Choi Gwam that na Methuselah, and I was for debate.
Yeah.
But on Metro, and Achebe, this is shock. You know? No, this is shock. Now, netu things so Kantakanus na somebody take over Radio Biafra. No, only on the man to play. Because I was on his program yesterday when he was doing program. As soon as I came in, there are something to say. You that are saying you are not honest, you are not innocent. He committed a lot. At that moment, this guy become uncomfortable. If you see his body language, or change the topic, yeah, or what's there with that family, because the same thing which this guy wages the light TV, the lies, and I see they are trying to protect that lies up to today, and that is affecting. We see now, come to Paul Achebe program, no,
a neutral ground,
because employing his own platform, he can cut me off and with the evidence. I don't need that. I need the neutral ground, not with evidence, with my own. I want to so Biafrans, those are listening to me. Anybody there against Onyendu's family, come up. Mazes is challenging you guys. Come up. Can I need and before Biafrans, there's a link there. If you have a question, ask your question. If you want to come in, the link is on YouTube, also on Facebook. Come in.
kwana ihe na-ekwu na this one na-akarịrị na okwu jide onwe ekwuo ịghọtago see it is honorable when you know you've committed blunder and you come out and apologize that you know that you've committed real blunder, and you come out and apologize is more honorable than Imani committee blunder and still you're still talking rubbish. Onye gwa afa na Maazị Kanuntas na onye ndu nọ na mountain praying. If you remember, Chinasa Nworu, and at the end of the day, Chinasa Nworu said a lot of things. Okwu nke atata, ichini na okwu nke ọzọ. There was a program we did because of it. Okwu nke atata, tomorrow okwu nke ọzọ, nwanne ichi okwu nke ọzọ. Yes, did they remove Onyendu's name from Radio Biafra London? Radio Biafra London. Yeah, they did. They removed Onyendu's name, and Ofoma was asked the reason why that particular incident happened, and what did Ofoma reply? Or Ofoma replied because Onyendu say ya bro leader of indigenous people of Biafra, but Obrey Onyendu could be fine. Onyendu say ya bro leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. But Naya Bonyi, leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Naya Bo, leader of proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. So it's two different things. And they did not listen well, and they decided to do their own thing, as evil as they can be, as usual. They turned everything upside down, and that's the reason why you're saying, Obuna, this guy, the honorable, he has said a lot of things, a lot of damaging things, which at the end of the day, he called too many people names. At the end of the day, he still, instead of swallowing his stupid pride, or kana akona agakonye buasis. But that's by the way. There.
Yeah. I went. I'll put a visitor, First of all, on it's a deputy, So, Mazi Christ, you are welcome to the program. Yeah, you are welcome. Yeah,
Good
you're
evening,
welcome.
Mazi.
Yeah, you're
Good
welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. Because Methuselah, he got now, on the change the topic that on the Chewebe he's trying to play innocent on only woke before.
Yeah.
That's
But the internet doesn't lie.
Oh my God, also.
The internet doesn't lie.
No idea on our, but I am with you. Mazi Chris, you're welcome, sir. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you. As usual, you just acquainted me with so many things I have not seen in the past, because I don't used to, listening to some of those narrative that you within at the platform, and that's why I made it very compulsory more time to come in when you have a program of this kind. So you just acquainted me with so many things. Some of the statements I'm hearing, I don't know when those statements were made, but at least I'm opportune to get all these informations with some sad things that I heard from the Porongweha, on a struggle and all that, and the on leadership. I don't think what leadership is all about, particularly Chinasa, that we would have listened to some of the tapes that you replayed. It's quite very disappointing that people like this. And I can tell you that it shouldn't be a surprise to every one of us in such a struggle like Nkaiwan on Imea. Not everybody is called, that will be chosen. And I think this process is very necessary. Our leader, being where he is for the meantime, has enabled us to to go through process, and that has happened to shaping the struggle the way it is. So, and some good things, Potaranime, our leaders, detention. And the good things Potani Mayor is that Akachuku there because it's meant to go through this, and he has allowed it, and particularly because Ochoro can they believe in what we are doing. So many people were there, and I need that na I need na pursue the same thing, but then when they were there inferior motive. So they use this space of time now, Mazi now not around, to see if they can, be relevant to in their goals. But unfortunately, by now, with how things are going, I believe what they are doing currently is they are negotiating their exit. And I find out how they are going to exit because I'm sure that anyway that face, to come back to face our leader. I don't think they have that capacity. So I think we have to negotiate the exit. Yeah.
Yeah. Ndewo.
Yeah.
Ndewo Mazi. Ndewo Mazi. Mazi Emeka, the national PRO. So the video I just played and even on where any other thing. No? You want to comment?
My brother, I don't want to sound so demanding, but you have a track record of knowing these people. I do not know if Paul Achebe, who guided you through the needle's eye to Methuselah, if he will be good enough to guide you also. I know the other time you had contact with Chika Austin, and I don't know if you revisited him. But the big one I want you to do, please, is Osaji, your friend. Can you talk him into showing his face and explain to him this use just use it. Then at least Nelly of Fable will not kill him this time. This is a time of reckoning. Because he knows it all.
Yeah.
He has been in the palace. He
on
was
on a
on the
spiritual
road.
mood. On a spiritual mood. On a spiritual mood.
So, guidance in a name of Fable. We want to know.
On a Biakonya did also there.
Because
Emma Mazi, on a program to live about that one of his video about Jimmy Bele. So I can mayor Mazi.
People email on here. I'm how many tongues somewhere.
If that all up to million me or Polago, or more Galia, I want to see our police would eat you sword. Each truck a breath and believe with what you are saying. And what they call me, or from me and one who choke who mail at the end on more. What did they call it in there? So you would tell me that day. Wait, but in that day, even you know who that to me when more ways open. I'm not going to see this way here. Okay, people see that now. No. Because we made the program. No,
Each other normal here.
Even you know that they will. So, I'm not going to say here. No, who that now? Because all those things, some people when you're there, the
information.
The information, and that information is always up. Need of always open. So, because we put that now. All who go to this thing and no better to live was or continue, million mayor this thing. Tell me.
I want pink.
But niile information eziokwu enye ego information eziokwu na ọbụla gụnwa wee generate all those news so nwere mmiri ya eme.
That's a good point. Ị akọwarị anya.
Nke onye ka m na-ekwu m ọche na ọma
Ya akọwarị anya.
Ọma ihe.
Na onweghị
onye dị arụmanị dị arụmanị. Onye dị arụmanị dị arụmanị.
Yes.
Ife o mere ife a bụ native sense ka o use. Native sense.
The program I know maybe this week.
Well, no, we're friends. We're good friends, so they happy because all reverse go muti ya. All zinyaga wazie.
Ya na-ekwukwo nke ya continue na-ekwu.
No. All reverse go muti ya. Ya kwuwezie mana just like it is going. Ọ ekwebu ụzọ dị na nso onwe ya na ndị gbasara ya dị na nso onwe ya ọ bụrụ Chima apology ya mee nke a gbasara ya but then ọ ga-akọwa nka mgbe a Nelly Ofegbu bunyere ya that file o jikọ o bụ ụzọ gwa anyị the places o make audit all over the world for IPOB. So he has to come and explain that to us. Because Ogonam audit here, we weren't there. But in Kome Obido Mebeze, what was his name? He has to tell us the type of auditor name. Mwanyama was senior auditor. Nelly Ofegbu Bunezi that file. See, I take it from there. Mwana Nelly Ofegbu MS go your audit.
Oh, Emmanuel was senior auditor. Emaro. Emaro no yama the senior auditor.
I didn't know.
Okay, now you know.
Obiro Bawambo na agba.
Yeah, I'm in 2022. Okay, if those people they will also come after him.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
2022, I don't know that video can see if those people no palette that's doing this thing, this damage, no, blackmailing people, bullying Madame Nenia and your brother's family, they will come after you. Today, what is happening today?
It is coming up.
What's happening today?
Only do the kind of protagony. These things will follow them.
Now, what's happening
because
today?
Only do will not shut up everybody.
You know?
Okay. I can do hard job.
Okay, now those people need a gang against Madame Nenia, happy with their finance. All of them are not so good today. But she's still standing. From Mwanya America, Open Highway, down to the chat card media one, down to autopilot. All of them.
Even at the most amazing thing, even with Ekperima, none of them is hanging around him.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got rid of them. Ndị ọfụ anabata na-adapụkwa. Ndị ọfụ anabata na-adapụkwa. In the end, Ekperime amakom ihe me ndị ahụ. To the point, oweze Nelly Ofegbu, ọ sị na ya ejizi ya wee ficha anyị. And we ficha anyị. The rest of them also apụzi ha n'ụkwụ.
One of those things in it, but nsogbu adọrọ ọnya ifeonye ma ya mara ya. You know, Maazị Izumezu, ọ bụ na o nwere question ndị mmadụ jụrụ aya aza ọ bụkwa na o nwere ka amakwa the next level.
No, people on YouTube, also on X handle, you know.
Yeah, they're making comments.
You know, ụfọdụ ka okwu juru ọnụ give ya egwu okwu no ask that na eziokwu na-akwụ ọtọ. No, somebody listening in Ezo Chinasa Nwakita not here now. Let him be man enough to come out. And say, you know.
Who will be man enough? Oh, you get a radio now about Nketa. Who will be man enough?
But one challenge only one challenge. Also that now. Imagine that now they have disobeyed only the Mazin Nankano. Them that are in DOS. that have disobeyed Mazen Kanu should come up and prove it to him. Okay.
Mbọchị ọbụla ọ nọ mụ atụ ya akpọ in.
Mụ
ya akpọ
okay.
in because enwe m ndị mụ ama.
So let's pass this message to him again because I'm not here. Chinasa Nwakita Gekwenti. I said just take a date for your routine na Radio Biafra in Abia there steady. That day, okay, go just see that now. The call he need the oppose about you. That's you guys disobeyed only the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So can line Bernard jump not tight. So Kaili check so fast. Even now, the regional coordinator so now you that day.
That day because I have questions for him.
Yeah.
Munafa meeting. Yeah, so I have questions for him. So
so this is your challenge now. At least 2 people now soon that day. So create here an avenue you can reach you so easy. And we were expecting you, Chinasa Nwakita. It's very important. Mr. Christ.
Yes, sir.
How did you come when you also actually go Biafra?
In short, Yam Charegwa Omo Biafra through via this platform is the struggle is never gonna be the same as soon as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put out. Because why do I say that? Most of what we have watched, some of the preceding incidents, previous and even some at present, like you have shown, are all jokes. You know what I'm saying? So all these people, particularly Chinasa, Wuru you called, with Chika and all these people are also, they are floating their separatist movement. That's what they're doing. They don't have the actual, struggle in mind. They used this space that was created. Unfortunately, they didn't go ahead. What Chika Edozium was doing in competition with the autopilot is to drive, they chase their membership. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's not about the actual Biafran struggle. All these things is that I'd be lucky to go to see all these prevailing circumstances and what they are doing. Some of them are joking. Some of them are just, you can imagine where the media is used against the pro-Biafran groups. You get it? Instead of us to have used the media to do the needful uniformly, against the state, but then they use it to create, dichotomy within us. So that's quite very unfortunate. And I tell you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is, he knew whatever is going on, and he's coming up with a plan. I want is just to support him like we have ever been doing. And I tell you something about this struggle, which I feel that I've been very, very lucky. This struggle, like every one of us that is here, I'm very privileged that I'm on the right path. And I know I'm not this right path because of my intelligence. No, it's just because of the people I met when I made my first step. You get it? So, and that my first step was in the right direction. When you meet people who believe in this struggle, there are no two ways. Nobody can talk you out of it. Nobody can make you go astray. Nobody can, sway you, no matter whatever the distractions are. You know what I'm saying? So I've been privileged. I met somebody like Ichie Ezioku, and that is one of the things that enhanced me. I know that I was touched before I came. Nobody talked me into it. I was just led by the Spirit, and immediately take that step, I met the right person. And that's why I stayed put, and I believed in what we're doing. So it's a privilege. And I'm also praying for other Biafrans. Anybody that have gone astray, you can retrace your steps and come to the right place. You get it? Because everybody wanted the time to do this right away. you don't have to wait until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. And it's coming out pretty soon. It is clear, it's obvious. We have highly learned at the celebrating mood, and there is no question about it, no two ways about it. We are going to see him out soon, and this struggle will take the shape, and it's not going to be again evangelism and all that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done that with his, going through all this process. Omechagwera here, Jesus Christ, I so I don't think he's ready to go back for anybody again. He's coming out, and Biafra is in the offering. Thank you. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, no. Ndewo, Mazi Chris, the deputy, Ndewo. But before we go, but I want this time we are almost 3 hours, 3 hours plus now. Before we go, let's listen to the man in Dubai. Another Okpo, not there.
So I be a so now Ebo Zona okay, kucheri ya. Very, very happy to host our youth. Gonna go. So just come with us. Go get him from his top floor. I'm going to buy no. I'm going to buy 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel. All right. So go get him down and bring him to the venue. Yeah, all right. Follow us so much. Yeah, follow us. So we're gonna be keeping you connected here before we go to the event hall. So in weekend hoka portion na fioto na IPOB akali go stage of na social media na kono so ana akali link social media kono so hana kono I na go say here
na 5-star hotel kana kozi onu
for in Mesaga. IPOB aka fele he punsis so I camera na so I can't play band because I'm about good man and this thing now. Jack and Bugari who can you all real life. I know by your camera, I go sing in real life. I know Karialane, never cracker. Look at you, they say,
Mazi Okwaza everybody here.
Yeah. In a clear, probably in the clear. In the clear. Is an under upon the bottom. Guys, one never. Guys, men of man. So, come by Naga. So, because the reason why I didn't go see how people have committed, I didn't. So, people who at that time help us in they discuss the issue that concerns us. I agree na kogodi akon na social media madu chineke ga put away your camera. Be go anyway. What the present situation I'm in here. In fact, this event that I made today, the many of us into some business on today in this country. We did put it today. We forfeit it. I am happier. Happy. Weekend, one of the busiest time in Ireland. I am happier for 50. They were here. Bene Kumaka, one Biafra. Only name will hold the fear by your camera. So now the entrance. Okay, so. So Okuno, a by you been a more bread, every day is West eating here. What the eating out here. So on this, you won't dish, and I will so I know why not, but eating out here. You got a man that Nana home. So that is the way it is.
You know one thing about Mars before to go that thing. You know one thing about all this. One thing about all this, these people are more how stubborn I can be. They don't know. I wish none of our family made this kind of thing in the US ever. And I another all around us kafana this thing. Me go see for na mad na kali mad. You know, I mean, obro cho, obro even a rubbish. No. This same thing, Isaiah Yoban on that meeting that day, April 30th, general meeting, but general meeting, na US eba. This same thing kafame. Abo Mufonye, one of the regional coordinator, Kezimafia, Ememado wekpo Chike Dozim leader, our leader. They were all there. Chinasa was there. Fan Chaninen on that meeting that day. Where's Fosbu? Where's Fambao? No, stop that. Ememado. We say, don't do that. Chike Dozim is not our leader. Or head of HOD. He's not the leader. Onye bu leader bu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Una ebidokwana if I want maybe before I mean, if raw. At the end of the day, Chinasa Chike Dozim, well, yeah, eziokwu. I understand what he's saying. And answer wadro. Emantu anwosi okwu. Nyanwu mede. Onekwu onede. Crazy. I understand. And don't worry. The correction has been taken. He says, take one year. He's not our leader. So, if any now wanaga, if we're on Nzuzu ndi suppose this matter. If we're ndi suppose no, it's not fan on easy. If an equally, somebody like Isaiah Yoba, it's one of those things saying Kumake. I'm not at the Arapuzia Mazin Nandi Canana Bonisi, and that was Yamu, and that was only see. Uneku Kanyo, Nyamu Mede, Uneku Kanyo.
No, Mazi, not only that, if you go to Radio Biafra, you don't see our leader's picture there anymore. Oh, Chika probably doesn't picture and it's there.
Because they've stated their way.
Yeah.
They have concluded on the plan that on the plan that they have at hand.
Yeah. So,
but you know, these guys make me laugh. They fail to understand that if Juenaga IPOB.
Yeah.
They go IPOB kafaneli. They will account to what I mean. They will account. I keep saying this thing. Egumumado tota. So if any now wafa J guy will they will account. And Biafra will never forgive. So what suffer waste? Where will they go mad waste here into suffer? When the time is right, they will account. Mantefa de Walona almost 40-something thousand Faja Walona Italy. Faja Zulu na Italy. Overnight, what part and this suppose you know buy we Zulu 40-something thousand euro. Till today, so they are creating their own empire. And one of our man of recent Muniani Ukuku. Also far. Onyenka egwagidie ona akoyeli. Oweluzie of recent owe na sin na ya mutazukwo. Nwe se akomwa gi. Ego yi niile ina osisho no does it mean ego niile ya na to dobro don't worry fine. When I need this, you see I'm sorry. You know, if okay. But you need the stupid man or they can apology. Because I warned you and I told you to stop giving them money. No one if I did this money, man. Apart from the when they made their own, they take care of themselves. Onye able 2,000 euro before. Onye okwa Chinasa Chike Doziem na siwu onwe no more governor na enye. Wa say na enye 2,000 euro. Onye na-enye 2,000 euro before, all of a sudden, we lose other 2,000 euro. And then although na papita na-atụ kọmbọ na ego onye ndu nye sisi ka o wee na-emecha na asị unu chọkwa evidence, anyị nwee evidence to prove, evidence to prove. Na-enye 2,000 euro every month. I have ebe we kwasịrị, but I ebe we put the real thing. Ife na-emenụ. People like this cannot continue to take our people for a ride. And it is so ridiculous now. Some of our people are very, 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 very gullible. And I say, we go, you say, well, now we are not chat about me, well, to pay all that money. Now your monthly dues, you pay also. You will pay us. On them. He said, yes, you will pay us. But kita on first, not until because on us no on going to put us in. But if our monthly dues, but time will ya akwụkwọ anyị a adịkwa ama unless not kwa long way. Because IPOB will not be the same. No bunu onye ndapụta. I'm another, but if US will not be the same. No onye ndapụta. It will not be the same. Or abroad the same. We need men of timber and caliber. People they ready to do the needful. People yana betray na the cause at any particular given time. People who are go ezoku famana ezoku ka ana agwafa. People who have the spirit of discernment. A lot of them have that spirit of discernment. And that's the reason why they fell astray. If put in our na wine ju obori we nwakam. Why no kata no welu bologe where package obologe wele nwakam. People like Jesse, na Olive Obi, Nando Tioma, Reverend Father sit on him so far we mail this nonsense.
Yeah. So Biafrans, we have to call it a day. But before then, why use 1 minute? Can I contribute to? We see what is happening to Benjamin Madibug. We see the attack on him. The same people he have worked with. And remember, there were several videos about Benjamin Madibug. When we are calling him out, say Benjamin Madibug, come out and tell Biafra the truth. Come out and tell Biafrans if what Chika Producem is doing, if it's the right thing, changing all the accounts and putting their own account, if the sort of Mazen and they can the Benjamin Madibug will never say anything because he was getting money from these people. But Biafra is a spirit. But today, if we can't have a putting on, no, Benjamin Madibug na ebe, I want to get na little. So maybe in the next program I have to play some of the videos. But at least I am going to 3 hours and going to 3 hours 20 minutes. So Mazi Emeka in the PLO, when we talk about the Benjamin Madibug, because I will see what's going on.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really, because I listened to him. The first time I listened to him, I was confused what he was saying and everything. But I find out that he was trapped somewhere. I let go of him. But lately, see, you're not watching on Nwakita. I can now watch where or recovery on here. Your friend Kedafia, somebody one bottle.
It's only one bottle.
Only one bottle. So I was listening to Benjamin Madibug, but let's watch in his own case. Let me tell you the truth. Too. in his own case, I know Onyendu will say something about him. And whichever place he puts him, that's fine. Because even though he's chatting with these idiots who never tested anything, but Madbugu, I sympathize with him because he has suffered a lot of things with this movement. And that Noputazi, Negendiante, I don't know how free he is from the same predicament because I don't know if he's still in Biafra land or if he has relocated. I don't know. But I still look at him and I sympathize with him with what he's going through. No one knows where I'm. But the way what I would say is whatever he decides to do with him, that's fine.
Okay.
He has my sympathy.
Yeah. Okay, Maz, but for me, I see that now no onye kpata nkụ arụrụ si ngwere
battalion
yeah,
because he did not stand for the truth from day one. Okay, this thing bido since that 2021 area bido Benjamin Madibugo did not stand and because all in position ime gịnị ịgwa Biafrans okwu but today ewugori ya na akpụghị ya na ana because o jụrụ eziokwu then from that 2021 even at some point those people that are attacking Onyendu's family ọ na-share their program everything he was supporting them if ọ na-agwọtala Onyendu family na ajụjụ ya ọdụdụ agwọtala Onyendu ọdụdụ kịta ga Benjamin Madibugo mmadụ na ndị a they have done a lot of insubordination against Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kịta ka ọ maadị kịta ka ọ na-etite n'ụla ana m asị ya good morning Benjamin Madibugo kịta ka ọ ma na ndị a committed a lot of insubordination against Onyendu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kịta ka ọ maara kịta ka ọ na-ekwu good morning Maazị Chris opposite mark anyị na-enyezi now
okay
about Benjamin Madibugo or any other thing.
All right, thank you. Let me just just in a sentence regarding the Madibugo you talked about. I don't know all these characters, and I don't watch them. Some of them replay sometimes, and that's how I get to know some of these characters. And when I know to know Igbo, but come get the English version of it. It says that I think I put it up a little while ago. That trust is just like a fragile glass, and if you shatter that glass by betrayers like all these people, these characters we have mentioned, it's very difficult, to put it back. So what I'm trying to let you guys know is that whatever we are talking here, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu knows even much more better than us. He knows these characters. He may be in there, but he sees. Why do I say this? Everything we do is transmitted to him by way of the Chukwuokike that sent him. So he has exposed him to so many things. What I would do the only thing kind of the drama how they play on social media. You know what I mean? But their inferior motive, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu knows it. And that is why I am saying that in here and on are the very, very necessary, because that's the only way, again, when the trial times that is so challenging like this, there's no way we can know who are the boys and who are the men. So you can see that these people have been separated. And I can tell you by its very simple psychology, a prediction that people like Chinasa and Chika, they are negotiating how are they going to, exit. How a lot of because they won't have the face to face Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already know that they are playing their separatist role. Omatane better than us. Even Opotana and now Korai, we are going to say, how does he get to know all this? It is the person, the Almighty, that sent him to this thing, keep telling him so many things that perhaps he has not even shared with any one of us. So, Aman, today, the talking point is just to thank God for what he has done in Kenya. But I tell you that you guys have even really given praise and thank God enough. We've been thanking God for what he has done.
We
But
can't thank him enough, my brother, though.
what I'm trying to encourage everybody is let us look ahead. There is something bigger that is about to happen. Nigeria is going to erupt. I am telling you, there is going to be a global celebration. Global. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prominent figure globally. So you can imagine how the great expectations. So let us look ahead. Something big is about to happen, and there are no two ways about it. Thank you.
Yeah, ndewo. No, and again, before I get into Mazi Ichie, the regional coordinator, a lot of people on TikTok and on our S handle and also YouTube now watch. I bet you see, all the phone number here. Here, onye pụta ọkọ iwe ọmala in my program bata kibe akwuo we are not using cloud bata come in put your face all hardcore onye na-apụta ilu kwuo okwu ọ bụrụ iwere fonu ikwu nke asịsị ekwu nke asị everywhere. So we appreciate people that are honest. That is why a lot of them are watching us today now. No, but it's your phone number. Kita no, give call. So, Mazichi, we come back to you.
I seriously, onye ọbụla kwụsa panty, I got equal. Anything gbastalụ Kezi Mafia, Benjamin Madubu, I will not even speak to it. But ebe ọbụla onye ọbụla kwụsa panty, anya ga-echili ya. Because mgbe ife niile na-ada, o kwesịrị ka ọ pụta bịa mee ife o suppose ime. Because I return na then a na-agwakwa ya gị nwa na-ekwukwa si anya pụta bịa kwuo okwu ọgbachi nkịtị. But nsogbu adịrọ. Ife na-ekwudebe bụ I will just have to keep thanking our people, especially our US member. I keep saying no, because you guys have done wonderfully. And Kenekwu Madananya na Kinsley and that's Kanunta, Prince Kanunta Kanu. Nyana Prince Meme. Chineke yana enyefa amamife faye juye naga. Ene mekwa ife anwe eme until onye ndu ewe pụta. Obviously, if we finish now, and you're not using your brain to like calculate and to know that we're telling you the truth, you're on your own. You're on your own, but we're spreading our hands and we're asking people in the USA, especially people in the USA, because but we keep saying it. Because we have to do the needful because those use it through Mazi Ndidi. So we have to do the needful. Only do see not 100 men, although we have a lot of them, and men and women. I know from US nwere ebe ọzọ na-abụrụ US ya na-eme ife ọgwụ anyị mee and ịmaghị ife omenu by ife ọgwụ anyị mee because any the ego wee kewe na-emefe na-eme so ị nwere ike reach m or reach anyị on 617-502-0542 and that should be on WhatsApp. The boy are direct here in area. You can only get it on WhatsApp. So the number is 617-502-0542. You get us. If any nakubo inu malo umu Biafra ni nemma. Ani malo umu Biafra ni nemma. Ngonye ja awo nyapo naroya Nation Dalun Deme for being here today and spending this time with us. It is not easy, but if you have not learned one or two from what we have told you here, then man, you're man be the highest dummy anywhere on earth because we cannot help you more than this. If you've seen the truth and you cannot differentiate the truth and the lie, and are going to sins, then we cannot help you. What we're here is to tell you the truth, and you now justify or judge by yourself and like use your number 6 to reason. When you use your number 6 to reason, imalo oyena gwa eziokwu na oyena selegasi. And ukwa ni ukweba bu ukwa ekusi we ngo iyi. And I am proud, 100% proud to be the 5%. And I am proud, 100% proud to be the code of conduct people because at the end of the day, 5% is winning. We are winning.
Yes.
So Mazi Ezumezu, Imanuko Siadi, 5% kwenu.
Biafra is a spirit.
It is. It is.
Biafra is a spirit. Even
yes,
this announcement email now, I will tell me your video. I'm gonna go. Then we will kind of work any code of conduct. The way to be honest with you, won't see the pure in this struggle.
Yes.
The spirit not connect.
Of course, of course.
No?
If I na-eme bụ ife mmụọ, onye a na-achụrụ aja bụ oke mmụọ. If I na-eme bụ ife mmụọ, that's why you na-asị before that thing na-eme. Jụọ maazị Ndidi, mma akpọfasị ndị ekwe na ife mfuo. Onye ruo 2 days ti na hama. Ome. So at the end of the day, these people bụ ndị ajọ mmadụ. So go ahead. Oya bụ na aya.
So I can the code of conduct. The 5%, you know.
Before go. Go ahead.
25% kwenu. 25% kachano. Muono.
Nke a kasị ewefa. Zọọnụ. Kachanụ.
Mazi Eziokwu, thank you for what you're doing. And Mazi Ezumezu, you are just you're a very rare gem, you know, coming out every time to play your own part.
Yeah,
You made diligently, and I think we just got attracted to each other because I used to get a true spirit.
Yeah.
I can tell you, some of us that have gathered here are the same spirit. So if anybody is not possessed by this kind of spirit, when you're with a problem, and that's why I am appealing to Ndiga Heruzo to retrace their steps, or to be late.
Yeah.
Yes.
They won't.
Mazi Ezumezu.
Yeah.
Biko, Well, my dear, if you can get him, that ihe agabali uru. No, ịmachi arụ ka ịmacha anya arụ. Not gabali uru more than anything, no.
Go down to the light TV.
Because he's trying. He's trying to clean up. Gwakwe na dọtị ahụ o gbasara na bone marrow. No, anyị nwa ga-etichapụ anya. Let us clean him up. He will love it. He will come alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All
right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I see you guys. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mazi Emeka. I afunu nta isa afu. Lalie.
Akwa dugo gi kọwa ife anyị na alali. Ibe ko ni maro. Ya kọwakwa.
Okay. Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Biafrans, you are not going to have ways of Chineke, you know. When we say things, we bring out proof. We are not here to blackmail or to bully somebody. We say things with proof. That's why 1,000 TTJ also. I've challenged him, said, "Oh, Jokoje meet say Befa Chelsea, no, don't accept because I want my Ijiwanaka." That lies, I want to see that I kind of hot to here. A lot of them, both as a right TV. I said to him, come on another neutral platform so that he will know my own. The neutral platform. You will never wait to Chineke. And I told you guys before, I'm not a broadcaster. But no, something meant you help. And I thank God that today, that echo, now that all guy I na feel one today because I Jesus who we do. Ekene m nwoke kene nwaanyị site ọya mara anyị na mma anyị gbuo n'aka na iwe ma igbo n'aka ekpe iwe ma ndụ nka awadida maazị Nnamdị Kanụ ojelugo ọya natalu onye fere na-eti emere nwa ya emi n'ihi na ọmụmụ egbu ngwu na mma mmadụ ọrụ ya nkọ ilu na asị na-egwu ana ọfọ na egwu enwelu mkpochi isi flawa dịda na-atụ mgbe ufe ya amajili ya onu awadịda maazị Nnamdị Kanụ ya dị ka echi na-echere agwụ mmiri ya abụ nke ya mmiri abụgo olu nke ya anyị kene ndị kele ekwensu Igbo niile na-asị dododo unu oge erugo na ugo ebegolo na mgbagbu nye kpọfụta na onwe unu nye kpọfụta na onye ozi unu ekenele unu mbọsị eke mbọsị oye mbọsị afọ mbọsị nkwọ afịa na Igbo na-azụ wee na-ekwu na mmụọ eke gaba mmụọ oye gaba mma afọ gaba mma nkwọ gaba iwọma na-amebe anyị ebido n'ọgbago ozi ọma agaghị anụride onye ndị wee pụta na onye ọbụla na-achọ ikpenye aja na sọg na onye ndu adịbe ọmandịrị ya na mma maazị Ezumezu na-achọ ikpenye aja na dị sọg na ọmandịrị m na mma iwọma ga-emebe onye agwa na-anọ onye ndu etinyere emele establish this movement ka anyị bịa gbuo onwe anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ ka anyị bịa sekewe onwe anyị n'ilu akwụkwọ onye ndu establish this movement ka anyị nwere onwe anyị wute eziokwu Chineke ọ ka ọ dị ana masị ihe ọma ka ihe ọma merere anyị wee na-ekene IPOB head of finance madam Nene ya anya na-asị ihe ọma merere ya na-ekene our leaders family na-asị ihe ọma mere na-ekene IPOB United States of America under our leader Maazị Nnamdị Kanụ na-asị ihe ọma merere unu na-ekene Italian National Coordinator Maazị Ogoro na-asị ihe ọma mere na-ekene Maazị Ogbo na Abraham Italian National Coordinator na-asị ihe ọma mere wee na-asị ihe ọma mere IPOB worldwide ndị kwute ebe onye ndu under leadership of Maazị Nnamdị Kanụ iwe ọma iwe ọma na ya emere anyị ekene m unu asị m ka udo mee gịnị ka udo chịwa n'ime ndụ anyị ndewonu onye anyị fụ tata anyị afụkwa n'echi onye anyị fụ tata anyị afụ echi ndewonu.
Did I commit any crime? Did I commit any crime? The answer is no. I committed no crime. I am fighting for the freedom of my people as contained in the constitution of the soul called Nigeria. I did no wrong. That was why after 2 years they could not prove any case. Even till now, we are still in court. They cannot prove any case. And people talk as if they are so moronic that an animal is better than them. They say I insult them. I insult you because you can't reason for me. I did nothing wrong. Calling for the establishment, or should I say the restoration of Biafra, is within provision